What's happening, guys? It's Adam here. Just before we go into this week's episode, I want to let you know that we do an extra episode of this shit every single week exclusively on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a way for you to financially support this podcast while getting a few rewards for yourself. Now, you can sign up for £3 a month, £5 a month, or £10 a month. The more money you give us, the more benefits you get. But even the people who only sign up for £3 a month, which is what, less than the price of a fancy coffee, you get an extra episode every single week, which is about an hour and a half long, where it's just me and Dan most of the time. You also get early access to these public episodes with the guests. You get discounts on merch, discounts on live shows, early access to tickets for stuff like that. And also, you get access to every single Patreon episode we've already done as soon as you sign up. There's a shitload of stuff there. It's a massive back catalogue. We've been doing this for months now. Sign up today at patreon.com/haveawordpod. The link is in the description. Subscribe to this channel while you're there. Give us a little like on the video, and let's get to the podcast. Hey! Right.
Fucking winner, mate. He's a winner. I'm a fucking winner.
We're winners.
Feel like a fucking winner tonight.
Yeah. It's for me, Mark.
Hashtag gone too soon.
We won the Joe.co.uk award for Podcast of the Year. Forget that there's 5 other winners as well. Fuck them. We Podcast of the Year. And they didn't even say that, but I'm extending the title of the award.
We are the winner. I mean, there's 5 other guys. They've done very well.
It's for me ma, it's for me nan, it's for me fucking budgie.
Why, your budgie died as well?
I've not told you about my budgie.
You did, you said the other day. It killed itself and brought a feather back for him.
Oh, yeah.
My budgie committed suicide when I was 4. Gone but never forgotten.
You've had a fucking...
GBNF.
Your life is tinged by tragedy, innit? Mum, Gran, fucking budgie. But it's all turning around now, Adam Land. Fucking Joe.co.uk, Kev.
And my Grandad as well, but he had dementia, so he might not recognise me.
Grandad, no, I'm this one. How depressing would that be if in heaven they're like, I don't know if I had a grandson. Just looking down at all that. Oh, it could be.
I've told you the story about my Grandad not recognising me, haven't I? When I went in with my dad.
Oh, which makes my heart hurt a
No,
little
what
bit.
happened with, I'm sure I've told you this, but my Grandad's, the way the dementia affected his brain was, it just like deleted the last 15 years of his memory.
It does a lot. It just tracks back.
This is my mum's dad, by the way, but she was already dead. And I went in to see my Grandad with my dad. And we walk in, and obviously in the last 15 years, my dad hasn't changed that much. So he walked in, he went, "You all right, Mick?" And then he went to me, "What time's dinner, lad?" And I went, "What?" And he went, "What time am I getting me dinner?" And I went, "I don't know, Grandad." And he went, "What?" And my dad went, "This is your grandson, Adam." And he went, "Put some fucking weight on."
What, because you'd gone from 8 to fucking grown man.
Yeah, in his head, I was an 11-year-old kid. I didn't hear whatever he said there.
Cha.
Yeah, and he got really pissed off because he thought one of the other old women in the home that he was in was his wife, who was long dead, and he was fuming. And he was like fucking fuming with her. And my dad was like, "Why?" When fucking kissing some other fella in front of me. I'm just sat there in the fucking little cafe bit over there, and I'm sat on my own, and she's just fucking kissing him in the corner. Fucking hussy. We were like...
They couple up in old people's homes, don't they?
It wasn't me nan. It was...
I know.
He wasn't seeing this woman. He thought it was me nan. Because she's on the other side of the room, his vision's going. He's like, "Fucking Kathy, what's she doing with his fucking dick in her mouth?"
What are you doing over there, you dirty old bitch?
Is he the one who did the cathedral?
No, different one. Different Grandad.
They
this,
do.
This Grandad was the one who, he was the electrician, he did Anfield. My Grandad was the electrician, he did the whole of Anfield, including the scoreboard.
Yeah. I've heard the story. I've seen the wiki. Old people in old people's homes do sort of couple up. It just gets a little bit like
a really, really sad Love Island.
Yes.
Oh, where the bad joke then didn't say.
Moira has shit her pants.
For the first time today. Ian Sterling's still doing the voiceover for it.
Moira has shit herself, but Derek can't tell because he's lost his sense of smell.
And Graham's halfway down the fucking road because someone left the back door open. We've got a fucking runner! Yesterday on Love Island Seniors. Oh my God.
Oh, Dan, would you go on Love Island?
Fucking hell.
No, I mean, if you were single.
That is the definition of a sore thumb.
Holy shit. I honestly, I'd kill the ratings. Sometimes I clock myself in my underpants. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, Dan?
That bods it in, no.
No.
They are?
Not on Love Island.
No, they're not.
No, but I think you'd flatten the curve.
Love Island's got some more represent, like it's got to deal with like gay people first, because it's very like girls, boys, that's who date. Like I can understand if you're a young gay person in this country, like I don't feel like this represents me.
Wokey McWoke face.
No, but it's true, isn't it? Like down the list of things they've got to represent is...
Dan just wants to see lesbians on the telly. That's all this is about.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What a shit idea that'd be.
Oh, did you ever?
What a fucking... Where have I got that idea from? Watching Love Island with two super hot lesbians would not like...
Island.
Just Les Dennis.
Did you ever see
Queer Eye 40-year-old fat guys is down the list of who they need to represent.
Did you ever see Queer Eye for the Straight Guy years ago?
Yeah.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, where some like useless cunt had 4 guys go, oh my God, Steve, you need a makeover.
They've done a new version of that on Netflix.
Am I getting it mixed up then?
What do you think Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was?
I've got it mixed up then. There was a game show and it was one girl and like 15 men.
The Bachelor.
No, but they were all gay except for one. And if she picked a straight one, they both win money.
Do you know, it's absolutely hilarious how far away from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy that is.
Keeping it straight or something it was. Or something.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was 4 gay people turned up at my dad's and went, you need a fucking haircut, babe, and put a tie on.
So one was like grooming, one was fashion, one was like decor, and one was like what? The lube expert.
Like, as in facial hair, not like kids.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that grooming. One was a pedo. That made it interesting. Hi, Mick. Have you got any kids? I've got little Bianca. Not interested.
Playing it straight, it was called.
Right. You fucking whiffed on that one, Carlos, didn't you? I love it when I described Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and you looked at me like, what the fuck have you been watching? I'm like, the actual programme.
That's the thing about gay programmes, though. They all look the same. Racism.
Fucking hell.
Look, if you're thinking, God, it's been a weird start. We've won an award and he's had a Costa.
It's also, I woke up in a bad mood today. I'm not sleeping very well at the minute. And I was just, when you wake up a bit grumpy, right? I was just, ugh. And I said to Carl, I need to have a coffee. So I had a steak bake, a sausage roll. I've had a coffee with an extra shot in it. And we've won an award. I'm ready to run a marathon.
Fucking hell.
And a cookie.
I never knew there could be such a thing as the perfect day.
And a cookie. A chocolate, hazelnut and caramel cookie from Costa.
So you've got fat, salt, sugar and caffeine running and fucking elation running through you.
Victory.
What do you think if the 4 gay guys came in and just what do you think they'd... Like if they were like,
I think
we're coming to do Adam.
They like a bear, don't they?
I love your fucking confidence. It's so amazing, your confidence.
Like
4 gay guys, they'd be like, Adam, it's going to be a really short program because everything about you just sings winner.
No, but they like a hairy bear.
A hairy bear?
You're not a bear though.
I am a bear.
You're like a cub, isn't he a cub?
No, he's a cub.
I'm chunky and I've got this.
No, but you're not big enough.
You're not old enough.
You're a cub.
But like the really effeminate camp gay guys, they love getting ruined by someone like me.
Whoa.
Fucking hell.
I'm not...
It's the fucking imagery there.
Just like, wow. Yeah. That's like, I get attention in gay clubs, me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
always have,
and attention outside of gay clubs as well, if last week's episode is anything to go by.
What was that? Oh, shit, yeah.
What was that? I love how your memory works.
That story for a second.
Get a fucking...
So did they?
Get an award for that. You've been to a lot of gay clubs.
My first ever night out in town was to a gay club. My first profile picture on Facebook is me in a gay club. You can put the picture in here.
Why? What happened there? Did you get lost?
No, so it was my cousin... Our Danny, who's 6 months older than me, it was his 18th birthday.
Right.
And he texted me on the day and was like, lad, I haven't really invited you because you're young and that, but there's a couple of other lads who haven't got ID anyway, so do you want to come to town tonight? We're all going to town. I was like, who's all? He was like, me and me mates, me ma, a couple of me aunties, we're just going to town for his 18th. And I was like, okay, sound. I was coming back. Where was I coming back from? I'd been to Cambridge for a school, like the sixth form trip that I've mentioned on the pod before.
I remember that one.
And we come back, and I was like, I went to my dad, can I go to town tonight? And he was like, no. I was like, come on, I'd never been before. And he went, all right, sound, but what are you going to wear? You've got to wear a shirt and that for town. Because my dad is 108 years old, and back in his day, you needed to be dressed like a fucking vicar to get into a nightclub.
Yeah.
So I went to town in a pair of my jeans, me dad's shirt, and a pair of me dad's shoes.
Oh my God.
Right? We went...
How did you get in a gay club?
Because I looked like I was trying to attract 40-year-old business associates. So we went to May's, the Chinese on Berry Street, and then there's loads of us, and we're walking through town, and we tried to get into the Barcelona bar, which isn't there anymore. It's like a weird sort of quirky shop now. But they said no to our Danny, whose birthday it was, because he didn't have ID, he only had his birth certificate. And they were like, "This, you
what?
Yeah. He was like, they were like, he hasn't got a photo on. You could have brought fucking anyone's birth certificate. What the fuck's this?
That's amazing.
And
I got my national insurance card.
Took his birth certificate. Oh, that's mad.
Because he didn't have ID. He'd lost his passport.
That's mad.
Then we went to Smoky Mo's.
Oh.
The one by the Adelphi as well.
Oh.
The worst one. So Smoky Mo's, there's like 3 or 4 of them in Liverpool. It's a proper like, like when your ma and dad get divorced, well then they pick a Smoky Mo's each and spend the rest of their lives in these bars. They're just like...
Who's getting the telly? Who's getting the fucking couch? Who's getting which Smoky Mo's? That is so depressing. I'm having the one near the Adelphi.
You can have the dog if I can have Matthew Street. But they also have karaoke in them. So on my first night I was in town.
Karaoke. The last bastion of the divorce guy. Like, oh, honey, I'll fucking sing. I did it my way. And that's why you live in a bedsit, John. You fucking hell.
I did The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson, and I tried to do the kick and fell over.
So you're dressed like you're dressed. You're about to go to a gay club and you're singing Michael Jackson songs. Mm-hmm. Are you going to get repressed memories from this night? I feel like this could unfurl quite quickly.
I went rogue with it. Right. Like in the instrumental bit. I was going, Chimone!
Dan, what's your karaoke song?
Chimone!
I love it when people sing instrumental when they're panicking and they say instrumental. Come up, and they go, instrument.
What's your karaoke song, Dan?
The Killers, When You Were Young.
Chimone!
Oh,
I don't know why.
Chimone.
It's not even one of my favourite songs.
Mine's
Chimone.
Billy Ocean.
Chimone!
What the fuck's he doing? What are you doing?
He's having his little Michael Jackson moment.
Yeah, I fell over trying to do the kick.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you got yourself up.
I kissed an elderly woman.
Right. And then instantly
turned gay.
elderly.
She was probably like 45, but I was 17.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's like, there's a margin of error in it.
You know when there's like cracks in their lipstick? When it's just a bit sad.
And the lives. Oh, God.
Have you told the Ralph Little story?
Please let him finish this story, though, eh? Fucking alcohol.
No, not yet. We can tell that in a minute, though. It might entice them onto the show, actually, because he can reply. Yeah, got absolutely hammered. Kissed that woman. Went on a massive night out through wherever we could get in. And then it got to like 5 a.m, and there's an infamous gay bar in Liverpool called Heaven. Right? And
there's an infamous gay bar called Heaven in nearly every town or city in Western Europe.
I used to do a bit about that. What my joke was, people say God's homophobic, then why is he named his kingdom after a gay club?
Yeah, nice.
Heaven till 7.
It's open to like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
What could go wrong?
Our Danny's, whose birthday it was, his older brother Sean, is like Captain Gay. He's the gayest person in the world.
Yeah.
I love him.
First team gay.
Yeah. Like, Sean's gay 3 weeks before you meet him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just get a sense of it.
Yeah. He starts his, hey, from around the corner.
Yeah. And he was like, right, I can definitely get you into a gay club. And I was like, it's dead late. I'm not going to need like ID. And he was like, you don't need any ID to be in a gay club. They'll let you in if you're 16 as long as you're trying to figure out who you are. And I was like, okay. And he went, so right, come here.
All I can see is the bit in Shawshank Redemption when they're like, fresh meat! Fresh meat! All the regulars of Heaven like, fresh meat! As Adam's like walking through in his weird dad shoes.
So he undone 3 of me buttons.
Of course.
It's open. Like, if I'd pulled my t-shirt, if I pulled my shirt a bit like that, my nipples would be out. Like, it's that, it's V'd open.
You've already done Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. It happened to you years ago. just unbutton this, a little bit of a ruffle.
Yeah, he ruffled me thing, and I had to link our Sean. And on the way in, he knew the bouncer. I remember his name. It was Dean. He went, right, Dean, just taking him in. That was it. I was in. We were there till 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, had a little boogie. Yeah. Gay clubs are really good.
Yeah.
Like, they're really good, especially, like, if you're on the pull. Not for men, because the women let the defences down in there.
Okay.
I don't mean that.
Just, yeah, I get what you mean. It's just like...
I don't mean that in like a...
They're not suspecting it. You can get them in a headlock. And they're like, oh my God, is this a gay thing? Next minute,
But like, if
you've got
you're
a wife.
Like, if you're in a gay club
Yeah.
and you get talking to a girl, you seem sophisticated. You're like, yeah, I'm straight, but I come to gay clubs. I drink Smirnoff Ice.
Oh my God.
I can do whatever
This
I want.
guy must be sophisticated. He's got ruffled hair and 3 buttons undone. He's not a threat. He's badly dressed.
I slept with a girl one night, meeting her in a gay club. I went with our Dolly, and she's got a gay mate called Danny. So our Dolly's my other cousin. I was on a night out with her mate Danny, her mate Amy. She was like, we're going to Gay Town. Do you want to come on? I was like, absolutely. And I got talking to this girl in there, and we were talking for ages, just buying each other drinks and just getting pissed and having fun. And then she went, oh, I wish you weren't gay. And I was like, I'm not! And yeah, I went back to hers. It was fantastic.
And she was convinced.
Hour and a half later, back in town.
How was she talking to you going, he's definitely gay, when you're like, I fucking love LFC, mate. I was there in Istanbul. Fucking nuts. She's like, this one's gay. I mean, he's here. The sad, because I used to go, when we were clubbing in Manchester, there'd be nights where it was the only part of Manchester still open. This is before like the licensing laws changed. So if you wanted to go out, you had to go to Canal Street. You could also go to some drum and bass nights, but you literally had to pick the lesser of two evils, because the drum and bass nights had some fucking pretty heavy duty gangs of lads who didn't dance. They just sort of picked a corner of the nightclub to stare at the other gangs. And then you were just like the student types in the middle, like, I love drum and bass. And you're like, I'm going to get fucking murdered.
You can tell those lads because they don't dance with their arms.
Right.
They dance with like that, like, do you know what I mean? Like
The fitzy.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
Our
And
mate
so we...
to this day dances like this.
Right. Wow.
Like he's
Pounding the dick. He'd got well in heaven.
he's like a baker.
Yeah.
And so we just picked the village, the gay village, over that a lot of the time. And
Do you reckon they called it Canal Street because it's got anal in it?
yeah, so that's why they named it Canal Street. I can't say it. Anal Street.
Canal Street.
And we used to go, that was what 21, 22, and you'd be like, there'd be like loads of guys like, you'd be like, oh no, like trying to ignore it. I think the last time I went to a gay,
What was that?
no, but you know, like we're talking about clubs that were open at 6 a.m, and everyone's off their head, and like, oh fucking hell,
Who's ringing you?
tree surgeon.
You could have given us a million choices then.
I'm not even joking. Look.
Tree surgeon. Why have you got a tree surgeon?
I'm getting a fucking stump ground down. Anyway, let me tell you about the gay club. And I think the last time I went to a gay club was about 10 years ago, and I was 30. I'd put some weight on, and I got no attention. And it was just like, because the last we'd been going when I was 22, and like all thin and like off my head and like dead skinny, like, oh my God, all these gay guys keep looking. And then 10 years later, they're like, oh yeah, not into it. You found yourself like going, anybody? I'm straight, but does anyone find me attractive? Like,
Have you seen American Pie when they had a dance off?
No.
Stifley has a dance off in a gay club.
No. I don't remember that bit.
Oh, you look like him, like the bear.
That's me, I'm the bear.
No, I think he's more of a bear. You're more of a cub.
What's the difference between a bear and a cub?
Age and size.
you're just young. You don't take it the wrong way.
I want to be a bear.
You'll get there. It'll happen.
You're more of like a badger.
Yeah.
A badger.
Yeah.
I'm a badger.
You'll get really aggressive.
You don't want me near your bins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we on about?
We won an award. That's the important.
Yeah, we won an award. I mean, tracking back over the last 5 minutes, you'd wonder how, but we fucking have.
No, this is exactly how we won it.
I'll tell her Ralph's little story. The Ralph Little story of that woman.
Oh, okay.
This is a fucking. This might be one of your worst. You know. This is top 3.
Oh God. So, you know who Ralph Little is?
Yeah.
from the Rowe family, and 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. So
We'd love to have him on.
we'd love to have him on. We'd love to have Will Mellor on as well, who played Gaz in 2 pints. Ralph Little played Johnny. Now, mine and Carl's friendship, as we've discussed, was forged in the fires of fandom of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisp, right? And this was 2013, I think it was.
Forged in the fire.
Like Lord of the Rings.
That was so more dramatic. Forged in the fire of a love of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Jesus Christ.
2013, I was doing a 5-minute open spot at the Comedy Store in Manchester.
Yeah.
Right? I turn up. Ian Coppinger was comparing. Tom Stade was on. Adam Bloom was on.
Bloom came out, yeah.
And I can't remember the other acts, but Carl and another mate of ours, Sean, came over with me because I was doing a spot at the store, nice big thing at the time, and also Tom Stade was on, and we were all like big fans of Tom Stade.
Yeah. He's a fucking great comedian.
We're like, we'll go and have a night out. Manchester, it'd be fucking great. So we get there. I'd arranged comp tickets for Carl and Sean, so they're in the queue to get their tickets. I went downstairs into the Comedy Store dressing room, and sat in the dressing room is Ralph Little. Now, I'm fairly new to comedy at this stage and totally starstruck by it. Like, just like, So I made me excuses. I sat there for 5 minutes and then I took a sly photo in the green room of Ralph Little and went upstairs to him and Sean, who was still in the queue to get the tickets. That's how little time I spent in the green room. I went up and went to him, lad, guess who's downstairs? And he went, who? And I went, Johnny, right? And he went, Schumacher, who's a lad we know. And I was like, no, Johnny. So I showed him, and it was Ralph, and his head fell off, and he was like, lad, you've got to get him to come out with us tonight. You've got to get him to come out with us. And we did. So later that night...
How long have you been doing stand-up at this point? Like 2 or 3 years?
2.5 years.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Those moments where you're like, I definitely want to do this.
At the time, Ralph Little was thinking about doing stand-up.
Right.
That's why he was there.
Okay.
He's really good mates with Adam Bloom.
Right.
So after the show... Coppinger, Bloom, Ralph Little, and us were at the bar upstairs, the main bar of the Comedy Store Manchester, and people keep coming over to Ralph Little. This isn't really the story, but I want to tell this story.
Yeah, I
as
was
well.
going to say there's a much different story.
So someone comes over. People have been coming over all night to Ralph Little to get a photo. Like, oh my god, loved you in this, loved you in that. I'd had a really good set, and someone come over and tapped Ralph Little on the shoulder, and he went like that, and she pushed him out the way to speak to me and go, we're from Liverpool as well, and we thought you were really good. And he pretended to tie his shoes. He tried to style it out. He went from this to...
I have a shoe! Beautifully done.
Now, one of the groups of people who come over to speak to us was a young girl who was about 19
Yeah.
and her mum and dad. And they were like, can we come out with you? And we were like, yeah, of course you can. We're only going like around Deansgate. So we went next door.
Went to Revs.
Was it Revolution?
Yeah, because Johnny, Ralph went to the doorman, like, oh, like Ralph, lad. Then he got like a big fucking entourage of us in with him, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a load of us. And we're all a bit pissed now. And I thought what was happening was the 19-year-old girl was flirting with me. But then she just gradually fucked off.
What?
And her mum started flirting with me. Right?
It gets
so,
worse.
So her husband is there, and this woman's like giving me the eyes and fucking like stroking my leg and that. Do you want to buy me another drink?
Where's the 19-year-old at this point? She's just tapped out.
She's just elsewhere in the bar. She's like, oh yeah, and I went over to her.
Is it like in athletics when they do long distance running? And they've got like a pacemaker who fucking goes and like keeps and then all of a sudden they just like tag out and the rest of the field run around. So she's like, Mum, what I'll do is I'll get someone interested, I'll get him on the line and then fuck off and you can move in for the kill.
That is exactly what happened.
And she's about 50 odd, by the way. She's a mum.
No, she wasn't 50 odd.
Don't lie. The girl was 20.
I reckon she was 40.
Right, okay.
I do. Maybe.
Did you have 3 buttons undone, ruffled hair?
I think I had a suit jacket on.
I love it in comedy when you're like, I want to be like all the other comedians. Suit jacket.
I've got a blazer on, haven't I? In that picture with me, you and Ralph Little, I've got a blazer on and a white shirt. So
Court day Adam, here he comes.
I think I had Converse shoes on, so not quite.
Converse shoes.
So this woman's like flirting with me, right? And then she goes to kiss me. And her husband, like, she's there. And her husband is where Finn is. And I went, whoa, your husband's there. And she went, so? come over here with me. She took me to the toilet and sucked me dick. Right?
Yeah. So I'm still...
Why does every story of his go up the gears that quickly? You're literally like, tell the tale, and then the next minute, she fucking knocks me up.
I didn't finish though.
Right.
Because she literally, it was sort of like a little preview. That's what she wanted. So she took me to the toilet, put me dick in her mouth for 5-10 seconds. Right?
I'm stood outside with Ralph and he's going...
Yeah, Ralph
Looking at
Little
me.
couldn't believe what was happening.
He was like, does this happen often?
Ralph Little is on TV going, I'm in TV and this is fucked up.
Yeah, he was like, does this often happen? I was like, no. And her husband was like, well, we don't go out often, so we have an arrangement that she has fun when she goes out. He was stood there with us.
So I come back out the toilet. By the way,
fun.
Can you understand who I am in this situation? I am, how old am I there? I'm 20.
Yeah.
21 maybe.
You're fresh meat.
Right? I'm 2 years into doing stand-up. I've just had a great gig at the biggest comedy club in the country. One of my fucking idols is at the gig. And there's a woman who's like, I'm a sucky dick. It would be very difficult in that situation to be like, it is against the sanctity of marriage. You are clearly in a relationship with this man. I had no willpower. I'm pissed out my head. People have been buying me drinks all night. We're drunk. I'd never been on a night out in Manchester before. I let it happen.
Was there a bit of you like, Jesus, Manchester's fucking messed up, innit?
I couldn't believe it was happening. And then, so she did that and she went, so that's just a little preview for later or something like that. We go back to the bar and she's like, buy me a drink. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll buy a drink. And I'm looking at Carl and he went, where have you just been? I went, just suck me dick. And he turned to
For
Ralph
5 to 10 seconds.
But Ralph Little seen me say to him, she just sucked me dick. And Ralph Little went, what? Right? It's in the middle of revolution in Manchester and he's Ralph Little. He's trying to bring as little attention to himself as possible. He's a Manchester lad, famous as fuck, in this fucking revolution. We're not in VIP. We're at the bar. The entrance is there. Like, everyone can see him. What? Right? So I went, just suck me dick. And then she starts trying to dance with me again. She went, so are you going to come back to our hotel tonight? Because they were from like Sheffield or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, well, that makes sense.
And I went, no, I can't go back to your hotel. And by this time, she's talking to me and he is there.
The husband?
Carl is there.
Okay, sorry.
And Ralph Little is there. They're like the fucking angel and devil on my shoulders because they're too interested in what's going on.
Yeah, but no one's playing the angel. Go on, lad.
Right. So
Two fucking devils.
Coming back to our hotel. And I went, what? She went, yeah, it's just, we've got a hotel around the corner. So I was just wondering when do you want to come back? And Ralph Little went, what about your husband? And she went, he can watch.
Yeah.
I felt more comfortable talking about gay clubs. This is so. What did you say?
We didn't go back.
No.
I was scared.
That's when you went, politely, madam, I refuse.
I genuinely thought they were going to try and murder me. I thought it was like one of those couples who kill.
Right.
And they used their little...
And they wait till someone's hanging around with a TV celebrity. Jesus Christ. Not very subtle in Sheffield. Right, well, we'll go to Manchester so no one knows us.
I need to stop telling all these stories on this podcast.
No, you don't.
That story's too good.
Oh, God.
Yeah. We need to get Ralph Little on. Because I need him to verify that this is all real.
Oh, this is too real. If you'd have made the story up, there'd have been a punchline. I love it that you got to the end of it and went, I just said no, thank you. But that's how everyone knows it's true because it's a fucked up situation. But then, like, it's already weird. But the reality is that you just went, no, I don't want to do that. Because what do you do if you go back? I just imagine going back and like, it's not even like the Malmaison, it's the fucking Travel Lodge.
It was the Premier Inn, they told me.
It's fine then,
Me,
isn't it?
her, him, Lenny.
Lenny. What? And you get the key card and you go up at the awkward elevator. And you're like, right. Good gig tonight. Thanks, pal. Do you know Ralph Little? No. Where is he now? He's in reception, just waiting for me. And then you go in the room and like right, I'll just want anything from the minibar. Adam, whiskey? Do you want a gin and tonic? Do you want a Kit Kat? You want a Mars bar? No? Okay, cup of tea? No? Well, you have at it with Janice.
To be fair.
And then you start going and little fucking Vinny's giving it the death and you're like, and then all of a sudden you just see him with his knob out and then he starts moving towards
Knob in one hand and cup of tea in the other.
Kit Kat on the side of the saucer.
Is he doing a good job, love? Happy birthday. Told you I'd treat you.
I got you an Adam Rowe.
Can you imagine if he did that? You just looked over and he started going, "Happy birthday to you."
You know how arrogant I am. I'd be like, "It's not my birthday." What do you mean?
So that was possible at the end of that. So we got in a taxi then with Ralph and dropped us off at our hotel, and he carried on. And we
didn't have a hotel. We got the first train.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, because we ran, didn't we, with that pregnant woman? Different story.
You're fucking youth.
And we was like, "Oh, it's lovely to meet you." And he was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "We'll do this again." And we were like, "Yeah, we will."
Yeah.
Because his head fell off.
Yeah.
Like, we showed him a night out.
Yeah. He wanted to come out with us again, but it's never happened. Yeah. But we want you on the pod, Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph Little. Or the couple from Sheffield. We'll have you on as well. If Janice's birthday's coming up, let's get her. Just the fucking idea of you nervously banging her and then just looking over like, is he going to stay there? Yeah. Yeah, he's just reading the paper. It's a bit weird. It's complimentary. He's from Yorkshire. Loves a free paper.
And her daughter's just there playing Pokemon Blue.
And then you get a free breakfast out of it.
Oh, God.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, that feels like a natural spot to speak to one of our fucking sponsors.
Shall we say before we go, if you are watching this as it's being released, on Friday the 20th of November, 2020, we're going to be releasing exclusively on Patreon. So at the start of the episode, if you're new to this, you'll have seen we have a Patreon membership. On Friday the 20th of November 2020, we are releasing a lockdown lock-in special of this episode. It's going to be me and Dan. Huh?
We're having a bevy.
We're getting twatted.
In Heaven, the gay club in Liverpool. We're recording in a gay club. We're going to ruffle a day. It's going to be amazing.
And our producer, Carl.
Could you imagine if we did?
Do you want me to wear the same thing?
Oh.
Can you please? Just please. Can we all wear shirts? Can we all wear shirts with 3 buttons undone?
I've already got my outfit planned.
Oh, God. I need a
Have
wig.
you?
Yeah.
Are you wearing an outfit for the lockdown lock-in?
Got a special shirt, yeah.
It's worth saying Carl is going to be on the couch.
Yeah.
Carl's going to be on the couch. Everyone's been asking for ages, get Carl on as a guest, as if he's not a fucking permanent guest anyway. He fucking talks more than us on most of the episodes now. He's going to be on the fucking couch on Friday the 20th, isn't he?
So, during the first lockdown, we did six episodes a week. We had Sundays off because we're deeply religious. One's for you, Grandad. And this one! Here! And on the Saturdays, just through like a relief, because we were doing an hour and a half a day, and it was full on, wasn't it? And on the Saturdays, we had a booze, and they became everyone's favourite bit of that month and a half, 2 months. And so we're going to try and recreate it. I'm really excited because obviously there's a lockdown and I've done fuck all. It's the closest I'll get to a night out for the whole of November, possibly December. I'm into it.
And we're bringing back some features we did during lockdown. We're going to have a proper laugh, and you can only get that episode. It's not this week's Patreon episode. It's a complete bonus just to say thank you for our patrons for constantly supporting us, because you make this shit happen.
You're supporting us when we don't have any other work. So thank you, motherfuckers.
Patreon.com/haveawordpod. It will go live on Friday evening, on Friday the 20th of November. It will live on Patreon forever. Go and get it. Go and sign up now. And also, if you're not already on the Patreon membership, it's the best Patreon membership in the game. And if you haven't signed up yet, you are just wasting your time and ours. Go and sign up, motherfucker. You won't regret it. Let's have a word from a fucking Moneybags twat.
Can't call a sponsor a Moneybags twat.
Moneybags twat. Who do I put in there?
A really friendly CBD company. Fucking Moneybags twat. We don't need your money, but we would like it. Okay, Dan's going to do the sign up from now on. All right there, lids. I want to tell you about our sponsor, Supreme CBD. If you've not yet used Supreme CBD or any CBD products, Try them now. They can actually improve your quality of life. If you've got any problems with sleep, anxiety, any skin issues, I've got it. I use it. It's really good for your skin. It comes in gummy bear form. You've got sprays, you've got tablets. It's incredible for improving your general health and happiness. Try it out at supremecbd.uk and use our code WORD, WORD, to save 30% off all orders with code WORD, WORD. Nice one.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. You help me. What did you type in?
I typed in whatever you said. You said it was called Playing It Straight or something.
You typed in Gay Competition Channel 4.
Yeah, it came up.
That was just it. We're back, by the way. Leaving that in.
Oh, we're back, yeah.
Backstreet back. All right. You okay? You okay?
Little dance move.
Is he all right?
What me dick? Yeah.
All right, cool.
Back on fine form.
What did that 50-year-old do? This came in...
40.
30. 19! Related to a 50-year-old. This came in this week. It's from a guy called Ben. Hi, Lids. Just looking for a bit of advice, really. So I'm resitting my A-level second year at the minute because Rona fucked me over the last year, but I want to start doing stand-up comedy. My mum won't let me drop out of sixth form to get a 9 to 5 so that I can pursue this, as she wants me to finish my A-levels and get an apprenticeship at the power station. Sounds old school, doesn't it? Like, nah. You'll have to get a job at fucking Mill.
You want to be a clown? Not in my house! You'll go and work down the power station with your great-granddad and your granddad and your dad and your son.
So that's literally Northern life for the last 150 years. I'm booked in for Beat the Frog on December the 28th for my first gig ever, and my mum doesn't know about it and won't let me go if she finds out. How do I break it to her that I want to put everything I can into stand-up and not go for a high-paying apprenticeship? So in my head, I was like, where's this fucking power station? Not go for a high-paying apprenticeship that I don't think would make me happy. Cheers for the help. Love the pod. Ben. So... basically, he hasn't even tried stand-up, but he's decided he wants to do stand-up. His mum is comedy cock-blocking him. That's a bit of a power struggle. Have you got any advice, Adam?
Tell your ma to swivel.
Right, okay. Thanks for emailing in, Ben. And that's that.
Like, genuinely, your mum has got your best interests at heart, but your ma's wrong.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, I do. Like, if he ends up working in a power station and never tries stand-up or doesn't for 12, 15 years, and then he's miserable in a power station at 35 or whatever, he's going to hate his mum. And if he ends up trying it later in life and he's good at it, but he never gets the breaks because it's more of a young man's game now and whatever, he'll be like, if I'd have done it then, he'll end up presenting his ma.
Your mum's wrong to try and stop you doing stand-up at all. But Adam's right. She has only got your best interests at heart, because even when I was starting out in comedy, I was like, I'm going to be a comedian. And people were like, what, as a job?
Yeah.
And when Laura started working at the place she works at last year, they were like, and what does your husband, Dan, do? She's like, he's a comedian. And they went, what, as a job? Yeah. No, I went for money.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know it's a job, but she's gone too hard line by going, you can't do it. You can't do that. And you're not going down there. That's where she's fucked up. However, the way I read this is, you haven't even tried stand-up yet. If you can keep it a secret from your mum, like, you can go to gigs. Fucking hell. Like, lads have been getting away with all sorts of shit for fucking years.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get yourself to a comedy club a few times.
Yeah, cheat on your ma.
Yeah. Get sneaky, get a burner phone. Just try and play the game with both. Don't drop out of your A-levels. Like, you can do both, mate. Like, you should be quitting jobs and A-levels when you've done a few gigs and you're like, holy fuck, I can do this.
Yeah, you are right.
Like, there's an over-romanticized thing about, like, in comedy, you just got to go for it, fuck everything else. But you're like, mate, if you can get more than one gig a month for the first few months, you're doing really well. You can't tell me in that time you can't finish an A-level.
No, you should
play the game a little bit. Be smart.
Have a backup is always a good option. However, I'm the wrong person to really give the right advice on this, because I feel like I wasted my time with my A-levels, and A-levels are very stressful. I'm not trying to give someone bad advice here. They're very, very, very stressful. And I resent the school system and how drilled, especially if you're clever, like me and Carl were at school, we were in the same classes, and it was drilled into us. Your only option is university. And to get to university, you've got to absolutely smash these GCSEs so that we'll let you do A-levels. And you've got to absolutely smash these A-levels. That's all that matters. And if this is not good, your life is over. And the pressure that they put on teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds at GCSE and A-level is counterproductive, disgusting, and it's led by a lie. Like, a lot of my mates who went to university have now got less happy lives and less paid jobs than people who just decided to go another way. So I think if he's a clever lad and he's got an opportunity to finish these A-levels, especially if you've already sat 2 years of them, my advice personally would be persevere, get them in the bag so you've got them there. I did that. I've got A-levels there, so if I ever want to fuck stand-up off and go back to university and do a maths degree, I can do that, and you should give yourself that option. However, I still, like...
It's not one or the other.
No.
Your advice is like, what should I do?
And you might be
it's
shit.
It's not one or the other. But that's what is the unromantic thing to say about this situation. You love stand-up. You might be the next Adam Rowe in 5-10 years. There's not many fucking Adam Rowes. Like, there aren't many comics. No, it's true, isn't it? As much as it fucking hurts me to say. No, but like, give it a go. Like with anything. Like, you can do both. You're not going to start comedy. Like, people have got this weird perception. Even mates of ours who are like, I need to turn pro because then I'll get more gigs. You're like,
you won't.
Nope, that's not how it works. It's not like the comedy industry goes, yeah, we would book so-and-so, but he's got a full-time job. Like, It doesn't work like that. You get the gigs that you're good enough to get. There are thousands of young guys, not even young, like at Beat the Frog, it's people from all walks of life. There's some older people trying to stand up. There's a lot of competition for spots. You can do both of these things. We're not saying
you can do that.
Do the power station.
It's not even just the A-levels. He could do the power station. You could be an apprentice in a power station and still gig.
P.S. You're going to hate the 9 to 5.
Yeah,
like it's just another job.
But you're going to need money. Because the gigs that you're going to be doing, we don't know where you're based. Does it say where he's based? No. Like, they're not. You're not just
somewhere northern.
Yeah,
hey, you can get a job at the power station. It's not Richmond upon Thames.
Could be fucking Runcorn, couldn't it? It's a power station.
Yeah.
Like, not every gig is going to be 10 minutes away. When you start stand-up, sometimes you're going to have to get a train or be in the car for 2.5, 3 hours, and you're not even getting your petrol money.
Yeah, and also, have a job, get yourself a car. Your mum will be like, you're doing so well, that's amazing that you've funded a car. Fund the car for the gigs, because Christ, that makes life easy.
It really does. I didn't drive for like 8 years of stand-up.
Oy.
It was very, very difficult.
Did you ever have to get to Nottingham?
Yeah, I hate getting to Nottingham. It's really difficult to get to Nottingham.
I don't feel like Nottingham's haunting you worse than the fucking 50-year-old you fingered.
But you need...
I thought you might miss that.
I didn't finger her.
I know, I'm fucking about. I know.
But you're going to need to fund being a comedian at first. You don't get paid. And unless you're fucking brilliant, it could be 3, 4, 5 years before you get even your expenses. It's a very competitive market.
So just
you
be
need
smart.
On the side.
Be smart. Like, I love it when people love comedy this much. But there is a way of doing it where you get to do it and also just cover some bases, so that if you meet a girl or you meet someone you like, you can take them out because you've got money. You might even start getting paid work from stand-up while you're still working, and then you've got 2 fucking wages. Like, it can be quite sweet if you play it right.
And do you know what you can do as well? And your mum won't thank me for saying this, but you can prioritise stand-up while still having the power plant job, the paid apprenticeship. If you start getting more and more gigs, what I did, and the bars I worked in won't thank me for saying this, was because the power plant I imagine is mainly day work. I don't know, but I'm assuming so. My part-time job was bar work. I worked in bars, and that massively clashed with stand-up. So what I started doing was, if I got offered a gig on a night I had a shift scheduled, I just took the gig and turned up late and went, sorry, I had a gig. And I knew that these bars needed staff, and I was a fucking good member of staff. So they were like, it's getting a bit much, this ad. You can't just turn up late all the time. And I was like, well, I can. Because if you sack me, I'll just take this fucking great CV I've got and go and get a job in the bar next door. I'll be fine. This is just to fund stand-up. You can sort of take the piss a bit with the power plant job. Like, edge it out. And if they fuck you off, hope you're in a position where you've got enough from stand-up. As you're earning money from stand-up, give less and less of a shit about the power plant job. Slowly fuck it off and forge your career if you're good at it. But there's every chance that you think you're funny and you're not. Like,
or it might take a while for you to choose. Like, it's so easy to be like, it's all or nothing. You've got to follow your dreams. You also need money for the pub. You also need to live somewhere and have some fucking money for clothes. Like, some of the greatest artists, comedians, rock stars, when they were starting out,
we're homeless and naked.
Yeah, and that's, the Freddie Mercury story. Am I right? But I mean, you can be smart. I love that one. I feel like I'm willing him on.
Yeah.
Let us know how the first gig goes, Ben. I'd love to hear that it's ball roll. Can you imagine if we're like, lads, I fucking smashed it. I did 5 minutes at the Chuckle Hut and I fucked everything off. I'm
might
naked,
text
homeless.
Jess the Frog in a minute, and if she hasn't got a compare for that day, so I'm going to ask her to do it and meet him.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
What if I'm comparing his first beat the Frog?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Give him a proper
Why do I feel really...
Give him a mad introduction. Listen, guys, give this guy at least 2 minutes here because his life is on the line. His ma's going to kill him.
Johnny used to work on the block. Union's been on strike. His mum's a pain in the dick. Yeah, apart from I say this, give it all a go, but don't start a fucking podcast, yeah?
No, not
That's
yet.
closed. That shop's closed. Yet? Ever. Podcasts are done. Thank you.
Now, you can start whatever podcast you want now because we're not just in the normal podcast game. We're an award-winning podcast. Until you've won an award, we don't give a fuck what you've got to say. Keep your fucking non-award-winning podcast, you fucking bitch.
So good luck, Ben, is what I think I wanted to get across there at the end. Union's been on strike. It's down on his luck.
You got something else?
Do you want to pick one out?
Yeah, go on. This is from Dan J.
Dan Johnson, that'll be.
Yeah.
Hi, lads. If your dick made a sound every time it got hard, what would you choose?
Jamon!
I go for like La Cucaracha.
When he says every time it gets hard, is it just it's hard one, or like when your dick's twitching, is it constantly making the noise again? So
No, it's just from
like when
just
your
as
phone
you
charger
reach
doesn't go in?
as you reach 100% erection, you get like on the adverts. There's
but sometimes it goes down a little bit, doesn't it? But it's only gone down to like 95, and then it's back up to 100. Is it making another noise again there?
Why are you making out that your dick's like a hip hop hydraulic car?
It is. It is.
What?
Like
Can't you maintain an erection?
No, you
Adam?
just
I can, yeah. But
you love saying that out loud.
But it just like it goes up and down, doesn't it? As you're
What?
getting a bit of foreplay.
When you're riding around South Central LA. Guess who's back? La 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 la.
Like you
It's
get
the
a
motherfucking
little twitchy.
Roadie.
You know, if like someone's like feeling all over you, you get really hard, and then it goes, and then she'll touch another bit, and it goes, whoa, again.
Adam, are you just making up dick stories?
No.
Do you really do you get an erection and then it gets... But how bad is your ADD that your dick gets bored of being erect? It's like, oh, fucking hell, we're not doing it.
No, it's just like, it's at like 100, 98, 100, 98, 100, 98, depending on where she's touching. If it's in a vagina, then yeah, it's good to go for a bit. In a
It doesn't
mouth,
get bored in there.
No, it likes it in there.
In a married woman from Sheffield's mouth, 5 to 10 seconds.
It's a Rustler's burger.
Like a Rustler's in the microwave. I'd have the the Intel Pro inside that's on every advert for computers.
Oh,
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. That'd be
like
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because she knows she's got a fucking processor.
Like, if your missus is like touching you all over,
Yeah.
are you just one setting and it doesn't move at all?
Yeah.
Solid like a rock.
Because
yeah.
I'm not 40. I can maintain an erection.
Yeah, you think you can.
That face.
I'm 40 in March, so I'm not 40 either. Fucking old.
So your
bastard.
dick is as hard as it gets before she's even touched it.
No, if she's doing the
Yeah.
then yeah, he's ready to go.
Right. And it doesn't change at all when she starts touching
Why
it.
would he?
Because it should.
What?
What do you mean?
An erection's an erection. Why is there 7 stages of an erection? Shame, guilt, fucking.
Mine's like a Pokemon. It evolves as the levels go up.
That's mad. So you're not fully
yellow.
turned.
mean, until
you're
she
not
starts
fully
touching
turned
it,
on?
I'm just a charmeleon.
That's mad.
Twitches are.
Yeah.
So it's like chubby, like semi.
No, it's like mostly there, but then there's an extra level where it's like, what?
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's like a power up.
Yeah. Like, it's not like as hard as it gets until it needs to be, is it?
That's mad, though.
No.
All right. So your dick has a standby mode.
Yeah. It does.
It honestly, great to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we have a question that's not about his knob?
Yeah, I've got a question.
Because I think I literally visualize his dick twice a week, and it's a lot.
Have you ever had the death row question?
No.
The meal.
Well, no, maybe have you had the meal question?
I think so. I'm not sure, though. Go on, what's the question?
Well, I was thinking of a question. If you found out the other person had been arrested and put on death row, what would you think they'd done?
If I found out he'd been put
So you
on
don't know
death
what
row,
he's done, but Dan's on death row. He's been convicted, but you don't know what would you think it was?
It's
for?
more difficult my way. You've killed people. And I'd be like, oh, he hasn't. It'd be like, oh, inevitable. It'd be like, it was going to happen. For me, like, you'd be like, I can't believe it. I'd be like, I really wanted to do the pod for longer. Till he went on a killing spree. Sorry, so the question is...
So if you found out Adam's been arrested,
yeah,
convicted, he's fucked, but you didn't know what it was, what would you think he'd done?
murder. Yeah.
Murder!
Yeah, well, it'd have to be murder, wouldn't it? You don't get death row for fucking robbing a fucking
Okay,
car
then
or
let's
something.
not say death row. He's been arrested and he's been sent down. What's he done? What do you think he's done?
Hit and run.
What, in a Volvo? I'd be the first person to ever do a hit and run in a Volvo. Grandad slow, nice and slow. Don't scratch the bodywork. If I hit someone, I'd be like, for fuck's sake, paintwork.
What? Well, let me just flip the question a bit then, because it's hard for me to answer this, because I haven't really got an answer. So what could you see yourself getting sent down for? What would make you snap? Because I could kill people. I absolutely accept that.
If the Amazon / Hermes / DPD driver parks his fucking van on my grass verge in the middle of winter and fucks up the front of my grass one more time, I think I might go down for taking a parcel and shoving it right up his fucking arse. Leave my grass alone. That winds me up. I genuinely feel these weird things like...
You are 104 years
I know.
old.
I don't know when it happened, but if Laura's like, I've slept with someone, I've taken a lover, I'd be like, you've got needs, love. But if the DPD driver fucks up my lawn, upset me.
Could you actually live with Laura taking a lover?
It's the woman's, it'd be a bit disappointing right now, because she's...
No, post-baby. You had the baby.
She's nearly 4 months pregnant. I would say it's a little bit selfish if she was like, Dan, I know I'm really uncomfortable, but this is Devontae.
Do you reckon, right, if
Where'd
she fucks...
found him?
Chester.
Do you reckon if she fucked someone now...
I'd be a bit annoyed.
Do you reckon it's possible for them to turn that into his baby?
Yeah, okay. And we're back to...
Ooh, I like that.
when you're like, well, I was good at school. Not in biology.
No, but you had the new baby, happy, healthy. You said, okay.
Bit down the line, yeah.
Yeah. The
Everyone's,
baby's one. Everything's all right.
All right, cool.
But she's like, look, Dan, I'm sorry. It's just, I love you. And I want to keep the house. I want to raise these kids together.
Yeah.
I don't want them to come up from a broken home.
However,
I've met this guy and I really just want to ride him like a fucking rodeo.
yeah, as long as he's not the DPD driver, I might be into it.
Yeah. But you can't fuck anyone. It's just there.
Oh, how does that work?
Because she's just had your child. She's entitled.
Yeah, and she's just had a dick. Mate, she's going to have all the children she wants if she's taken the duke. I'm trying to get a girlfriend. Mr. Dan.
Is that it, fella? Mr. Dan, I come to fuck Laura.
Mr. Dan, I'm going to be your girlfriend now.
I
also know how to
That's
restore...
what it'll be. That's what he's going down.
Grass
Murder and
lawns.
Thai brides.
He's human trafficking of Thai cleaners that he wants to fuck in the ass.
that was Welsh.
Was it?
Yeah, Mr. Dan.
Human trafficking of Welsh cleaners.
I've come all the way from Wrexham.
Yeah, he's Welsh. Yeah, this is very offensive to him and his people.
Oh, yeah, he looks really gutted. By the way, that's Finn, our intern. Adam killed the other one, and that's why he's been going to prison.
Yeah, I could see you trafficking, actually. I
Yeah.
could see Laura giving you a pass.
And I've got an estate. I've got the room in the boot, haven't I?
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, I think
Every Volvo you see, human trafficker.
that is, but I wouldn't dismiss that. If I found out, like, let's say this is 2 years down the line, have a words flying, you've been talking to Laura and you're like, look, love, I'm not having enough sex here. And she's like, I get it. I want to raise the kids with you, but you go and get yourself a girlfriend and you go on Tinder and fucking Match.com and eHarmony. You're defo an eHarmony guy. And you're just getting rejected left, right and centre. No one wants to be involved. I can see you going to iwantatiebride.com and getting arrested for importing Asian women. I could see that. If you rang me in 2 years and went, lad, you know, Laura gave Dan a pass. Yeah, well, he's just been arrested. Don't know what we're going to do about the pod because he's been, like, they caught him at fucking the Albert Dock in Liverpool getting some fucking Thai woman off a boat.
What?
I would not.
Off which boat? The famous Bangkok to fucking Liverpool.
The yellow duck bus.
Mate. We are leaving a yellow submarine. We're going to see Mr. Dan.
We're gonna do all the clean.
Mr. Dan,
But I wouldn't
don't
be
want
like-
to restore the lawn.
If that happened, I wouldn't be going to you like, what? No, you'd never think Dan it. Like, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it'd be that.
What do you
Human
think?
trafficking.
What about me? What have you found out I've been sent down? What do you
You
think?
definitely
Killing
murder
him.
people.
Killing him.
I'm what?
You could murder people.
Mate, you're honestly, in each other's lives, the most likely to murder each other.
Yeah.
I don't
When
think
you
I could.
two kick off and start talking
You've
football.
told me.
I'm quite squeamish though.
You have told me before how you plan to murder someone. Because you watch murder documentaries with your missus.
I did criminology.
Why haven't we got the camera on Carl for this? Fucking hell.
No, I studied criminology.
You told me that this is a direct quote. He went, if you want to murder someone and get away with it, you just pick a random person, murder them and never go back.
Yeah.
Just pick someone who you can't be tied to. You just go and kill them and then fuck off.
Just
you don't.
so what you're saying is to get away with murder, you've just got to have no motive or reason.
Yeah.
The only reason you kill is to have the sensation of murdering someone.
Yeah, and you hit them with a piece of frozen meat.
Carl, you're a reasonably intelligent person, but you sounded like a Pierre Nobed on that
No,
one.
oh, you hit them with
beat
a
them
piece
to
of
death
over
with a leg
the
of lamb.
head, kill them, defrost the leg of lamb,
Cook it.
just take it to the fucking nearest farm, feed all the pigs.
Eat the weapon.
Exactly. No,
Cook
other
it,
things.
have a roast in it.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't let a leg of lamb go by, would you? Little bit of extra skull. That's good for you. Roughage.
But,
Do you think you could hit someone hard enough with a piece of meat? And I'm not talking about your 90% hard dick.
Yeah, if you get a big fucking massive sausage.
a leg of lamb. I could fucking absolutely cave your head in with a leg of lamb.
Do you reckon? Yeah. You get one shot. You don't get repeated shots.
You fucking do.
Why don't I?
You're going to kip after the
What
first one.
situation in my life are you getting a fucking Happy Gilmore running fucking swing with a leg of lamb?
So, right, I've planned to kill you.
Talk me through it.
I come in, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I get here, you're hoovering.
Yeah.
So you're like bent over here.
That's why I need a girlfriend.
The hoover. The hoover's,
Where is Ron gone?
the hoover's blocking your hearing. I come behind you. Fuck off! Twat you over the back of the head with a leg of lamb. And you're not like dead yet, but you're like, oh, what the fuck was that? Another swipe. Bang. Now you're all discombobulated. You're on the floor.
And then you just keep going.
Just keep going with the leg of lamb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And take it back and do some fucking dauphinoise potatoes.
Yeah, you know the problem with this one is you've eaten the weapon, but you've left me in the studio.
Yeah, but then I come in 3 days later and I'm like, Dan! And then everyone on the block is like, oh, is Dan dead? Adam sounds really surprised.
And then police
Can't have
watch.
been him.
And then the police watch or listen to at least 2 episodes. That's all it would take and be like, guys, I think we've got a fucking suspect.
If I ever do that, then you can't use this as evidence. It's entrapment.
You're just using words. Yes, entrapment. Clever. I don't know how the police made me do 98 episodes of a fucking podcast, but they knew what I was capable of. What the fuck is this entrapment? It's just you being a wally.
You can't confess and then say
This is how I would kill my podcast partner. Check it out live on YouTube. Can't wait for this drink tomorrow when he really loosens up.
Have you ever broke for tomorrow?
Have you ever broke the law, Dan?
Have I ever broke the law?
Yeah.
Broke the law, of course he has.
What? What do you mean?
He's told us about On every episode of this, he mentions how many fucking ounces of Colombian marching powder he's put up his nose.
No,
Has he ever broken the
personal
law?
use isn't really breaking the law, is it? It's a civil law. I mean, like...
Personal use isn't breaking the law. It's against the law
You don't
to
go
do
to prison.
cocaine.
You don't go to prison for sniffing loads of
You
lemon.
get a caution or a fine, but it's not like you're not going to get convicted for doing big.
A caution that doesn't lead to anything else, though, is a bit useless. Hey, you shouldn't be doing that.
No,
Sorry.
That's what it is.
But-
Possession's the law breaking, not the doing it.
It's 9/10 of the law, possession.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So doing it isn't against the law. You're not going to go to jail for doing drugs.
It's it's entrapment. Every time I did coke, it was because the police were trying to get me to do coke for me to tell a podcast audience that I was doing coke to put me in prison. Entrapment. You fucking 5-0's fucking clever, mate.
You ever broke the law? Have you ever broke the law?
I suppose then, yeah.
Have you you've done speeding? You've sped.
Done
Yeah.
speed.
You've sped.
Went to buy some pills when I was off my tits in Newcastle once. That was pretty against the law.
There you go.
I was like, I was driving's easy. We got there and back. Probably the best driving I did.
Yeah.
Bought 10 pills. Would have gone to prison for quite a while if we'd have been stopped. Stupid.
Have you
People are
broke
like,
the law?
do you still go out? No. Because we ended in gay clubs in cars on the way to Sunderland to buy pills.
I
So
don't know, have I? You know, have I? I mean, I've gone 31.
oh, shut up, you fucking rat.
No, you've absolutely ragged the car. Like you were driving on the wrong side of the road last week.
I was.
You was driving on the wrong side of the road and didn't even
for about
realise until
20
another car
yards.
nearly killed us.
For about 20 yards.
In someone else's car.
About 4.5 miles it was.
It was someone else's car as well.
Yeah, it was someone else's car.
Have you?
I've sped.
You
Like when I'm in a
shoplifted.
rush.
You've admitted you've
I've
shoplifted.
shoplifted a few times.
there you go.
So have you. There you go. You've shoplifted.
Yeah, I've shoplifted. By accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done a bit of
Out of all of the things that have been said in this whole hour of mental, I'm still worried about your hydraulic dick.
What do you mean?
I just don't think that's normal that it's like,
No, it's not like that. It's just
need to steal some Viagra.
no, like so a girl's touching you all over. So my dick's ready to go. But then when she gets hold of it, it gets that last little extra
That's mad.
time to go.
Right, yeah.
I'm
Cool.
ready to go. As if she's
He's
like,
ready to go
if
now.
she's aware my penis exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
If Serica's in the
No, I'm not
postcode,
now, but I'm saying if we're fucking in the environment where it could happen, if she's looking fire like she always is.
It's literally the difference between like 99 and 100%. It's just an extra. Oh, we're going.
right?
Gordon Webster.
Hey,
Yeah. So you get your dick's
listen
got,
up, everyone. I'm ready to go.
your dick's got a
Put me in your mouth.
Oh God.
Make me come
Oh, God.
every day.
When in doubt. Yeah. When in doubt, do Kevin Webster.
I'm not doing this for so.
Award-winning podcasters.
I'm not doing this for those.
Joe.co.uk. You definitely didn't make a mistake. Every day. Right. Let's speak to a very generous and kind
Money bags,
sponsor.
twat. Money bags, twat. Thanks for funding our podcast. That should be the jingle for our adverts. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money from Manscaped.com.
Listen up, lids. Today we have a new Manscaped product alert. Manscaped have just released the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. It's been released in the UK. Take a look in the mirror. I guarantee you'll see all of that fuzzy shit coming out of your nose. It's time to keep your ear and nose hair looking as nice as your clean-shaven Manscaped pubes.
I'm so excited about this. I get stupidly long hairs up my nose and trying to pull them out feels like I'm going to give myself a fucking stroke. Luckily for me and for you lot, Manscaped are constantly changing the male grooming game, and their new nose and ear hair trimmer provides skin-safe technology to prevent those little nicks, those little snags, those little tugs in your delicate holes.
It's the only trimmer on the market with a battery life of up to 90 minutes. The Weed Whacker uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system. The contour design and the fact that it's waterproof Make using and cleaning it so fucking easy.
79% of people polled said they find those long noses a major turn off, and I've got to agree. Every time I wake up next to a bird and she's got hairy nostrils, I feel like I've been violated. Don't put people through that. Head to manscaped.com and use the promo code WORD. That's WORD. You'll get yourself 20% off and free shipping. You also will get a replacement blade every 3 months to keep your weed whacking clean and fresh.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code WORD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code WORD. What are you waiting for? Go whack those weeds.
It's not a rash, it's more like a lump.
Yeah.
Welcome back. What?
Fucking hell.
What?
Go on.
You asked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like itchy, but like there's definitely something under the skin.
It's nice to be single again, isn't it?
Welcome back to the second half of the show. We've got Stephen Tries back in the studio. Oh,
Hi. I went too loud.
Thanks for coming back in.
Thank you for
Get
having me.
excited.
Yeah.
How are you? You all right, lad? You good?
Yeah, good.
You comfy enough there?
I really am. I love what I've done with this.
Most people don't bother with the pillows, but you're... Is this
Winter weight. I just thought I'd do this.
yeah. Do you have a safety blanket? Do you have a comfort blanket that you sleep with?
No, just a girlfriend.
What's your little nickname for a blanket?
No, I was going to say something rude then, but I was.
Oh my God. This is definitely another
not on this
podcast.
Yeah.
Keep
Sorry,
your
guys.
smut off our YouTube channel.
No, I don't. We have shit nicknames. Like, about once a month, she goes through this, obviously a period, but then she goes through this phase where she goes, like, no baby voice, because she does this baby voice all the time.
Yeah.
And then, because she's doing it, I just copy. And then she's like, stop doing it, I hate it. But I'm like, you do it. So then we sort of Pavlov dogged it, and whenever we did it, we'd just throw a wet paper towel in each other's face. And she kept getting pelted because, she was doing it.
Just a sort of Stephen, I need a little cuddle.
Yeah.
I caught you doing that last week, didn't I? You had a voice note off Laura, and it was all, Dan, I'm really sorry, but I think I've done this. It's really
But I don't know what anyone expects you to, like, your partner to, but she was like, babe, could you do the thing and the thing? And I was like, oh, shit, I'm trying to turn the volume down because I was like, this is a private voice.
Yeah. I am my first girlfriend, my first serious one, her name was Sophie. We used to do that a lot, and she had to tell me off at one point because when I'm hungover, which you haven't really seen me properly hungover yet, a couple of times I've been hungover on the pod.
But you make yourself out as a horny little sex pest gremlin.
I'm a horny sex pest gremlin who wants to watch weird shit on YouTube, but I've also, every form of social awareness goes out the window. And I was hungover in hers in the living room with her mum, and his stepdad. And she went, what do you want for dinner? And I went, I don't know, babe. I just don't know what I want. And she went, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. And then about half an hour later, I did it again. And she pulled me to one side later that night and was like, we need to just do that when it's just us. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
I do that, though.
But you
I'm not hungover. Like at her house, yeah.
Babe.
Yeah, our nickname at the moment is... it's chicken or something. Something sharp.
Chicken.
Yeah, so she calls me chicken. Is it? Chicky. That's it. Yeah.
Chicky.
Yeah, I don't know what stage that is of the nicknames, but
Chicky.
I've called her that.
have you got a nickname for you, or has Laura got one for you?
The White Hammer.
And that implies there's been a black hammer in the past.
And he was just the hammer. This is just for
Shout out
distinction.
DeMarcus. The White Hammer. Unsurprisingly, she has never accepted that as a nickname. I've pushed for it several times.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fing. We call each other Fing.
Thing.
Because we do the baby voice and go, Fing, we'll come and do I need a foot rub Fing. And you're like, yeah, all right. Pathetic. Now I'm saying it with the lads, I'm like, it's fucking pathetic. Yeah. But at the time, I'm like, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Will you call me the White Hammer? She's like, no. I'll call you the Pink Menace.
Jade used to call me Big Daddy Addy.
Wow.
No, Josh did.
Because this is going to hurt, and I know it's hurt. She fucking never.
What's really funny One of our mates at school, Josh, used to call me Big Daddy Eddie.
Have you ever had nicknames? Have you ever had nicknames out of a relationship? What was your Thigh Eye?
Thigh Eye.
Yeah.
Bog eye.
Yeah, Bog Eye. Very less original, that one. That wasn't personal to me. That was just anyone with this eye. Porky. But I tried to establish that one for myself.
Fat cunt who we ate.
Fat cunt who we ate.
260.
260.
No, that's enough. What was it? When you just
Don't want no more.
I don't want no more.
Yeah.
I forgot that we've
My
done.
auntie's a stylist.
My auntie's. He's got all of the fucking.
So what happened was I went into year 9 and I gelled my hair up like the Empire State Building. Not the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
The Empire State Building doesn't have a head. I'd done this at the front, like with and wet look gel, like Mackenzie from Blazing Squad, right?
Yeah.
Like that at the front, and everyone in school was like, "What the fuck's going on with your head?" And I said, "Well, fucking joke's on you, because my auntie's a stylist, and she said it looks good," and that isn't true. My auntie's not a stylist. I just wanted to get out. That was in year 9. My brain went, "Tell them your auntie's a stylist, and the bullying will stop." And then that became my nickname.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, and 260 was it was own clothes day, and I went in this. I had combat pants and a zip up jacket that I'd got from Hugo Boss and a t-shirt from Hugo Boss, and my mates were like, "You look fucking ridiculous," and I was like, "Fucking joking, lads, from Hugo Boss. This cost 260 quid. 260 to this day. That's my name. Like if anything costs £2.60 or 260 or that number comes up for any reason, I'm on a night out, they will do that voice. 260.
And we've got
How much is that,
emails.
mate?
We've got emails going to the lads and 260. Mwah.
How much is that pint of Carlsberg? 260.
We were talking about on the phone before.
Yeah, there was a girl in our sixth form whose nickname was On the Phone / Katie sucking a dildo.
Right.
Because in sixth form we were an all boys school, but the sixth form had girls in.
Yeah.
And that meant people came to our school who had no friends and didn't know anyone. And it was full of teenage lads. And this girl just didn't want to speak to everyone. So she was just always like pretending to be on the phone. So her nickname became On the Phone.
On the phone.
And then she sent a video of herself sucking a dildo to a lad, so she got a second nickname. Katie sucking a dildo.
How's that going to work?
Yeah.
Did you have any nicknames at school?
Did you ever suck a dildo at school?
Yeah. I had the nickname Teddy Bear. And weirdly enough, a lad who called me that was Connor Cody, who plays for England.
What?
Connor Cody?
The fuck?
Yeah.
You were in school with Connor Cody?
Yeah. He was 2 years above me. And all his mates fancied my sister. You know, she developed early. And not my words, my father's. But yeah,
Things you should never say about your sister to camera. She developed early.
Well, that's the point as well.
Otherwise, this may be weird. Early
My sister,
bloomer.
tits at 10.
Oh.
10.
Oh, did I go too far, did I?
Tits.
It's because it's got a T in it. You need alliteration or it's not funny.
Tits
Get back
at
to comedy
13.
Too
school.
young, that, yeah.
Tits
Year
at 22.
No, 13.
13. I had to put an accent on.
Yeah.
No, do accents.
So yeah, they fancied her, and then she was, for some reason, she pointed out I was a brother, and I had dead fluffy hair. I never put gel in it, and I was Teddy Bear. So they used to just stroke my hair and call me Teddy Bear.
Oh, for the love of God.
I accepted
England
it.
International.
Yeah.
Just because they wanted to bang your sister. It's
Probably,
not the most brutal story, innit? Like that, the
Yeah.
fact they wanted to bang your sister, like, oh my God, teddy bear, it's not the worst.
No, I used to, because I was a little fat kid, so I'd take that.
Teddy Bear's not as bad as just harrowing, that one.
Developed late. Filled out early.
I had tits as well, to be fair.
Tits a tree.
Did anyone else famous go to your school?
A few rugby players, because it was St. Helens, and then who else was there? There was a lad who played for Wigan called Tim Chow, and then weirdly enough, I was in New York in Tiffany's, I think it was, and
You have breakfast.
it's just what I do.
Jesus Christ.
Kobe.
Nothing but tits.
So I got in the lift, and then there's another couple in it, and the guy who was working the lift, he went, "Are you from? Where are you from?" I said, "England." And he went, "All right. What about you?" To the other couple, and they went, "Yeah, same." I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, that's Tim Chow from a school." So that's dead
Fuck
weird.
off.
Dead weird. Yeah. Didn't speak to him.
What?
Teddy bear. Fuck off.
You didn't go, mate. I know we're in New York in Tiffany's, but I think I went to your school in St. Helens.
Blows my mind, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you imagine the human race as a bunch of atoms, right?
What the fuck?
And then, like, but the fact that, like, you and him were in school at one point together, and then you've both gone off on your lives, like two atoms just buzzing around, going fucking everywhere, and then a lift in New York. It's just weird that you've met again.
Yeah.
Like, when I bump into someone I haven't seen for ages, like, I went to IKEA a couple of months ago. A lad I used to play footy with was in the parking spot in front of me. I was like, what? How?
Yeah.
The statistical improbability of this happening.
Where was the IKEA?
Warrington?
Yeah. Tiffany's was in New York. You're like, I can't believe it. It's fucking 12 miles from me house. He's in Tiffany's. How awkward are British people? He's like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from England as well. And you're like, yeah, you went to school with me. I went, it's just going to be too awkward to say, all right, mate. Just fucking
Loads
ride
of
it
people
out.
do that, pretend not to know each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Remember Heidi?
Yeah.
So she used to work in Blue Ink in Liverpool One, where I used to wear these t-shirts on stage they were so bad looking back. Like, I can't believe I ever wore them. It was like, they had like jokes on them. So it was like the audience got a little. But there's one that said, drink triple, see double, act single. He had a beard. And I had murder with my girlfriend at the time. Also, Sophie, I mentioned before, because she was like, you can't be wearing a t-shirt that says act single. And I was like, stop being fucking mental.
One of them was, if you're happy and you know it, show us your tits. And he'd walk around that like...
I'm going to print one. That's what we're wearing tomorrow for the lockdown. If you're happy, fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that'd do well in today's current climate if you
I
walked
reckon
out on
that's
stage?
probably why there's a few comedians who think I had sexist ideas when I was young. Yeah, I used to... Why did I bring that up?
What?
Blew it, Heidi.
Oh, yeah, so Heidi...
Fucking hell, thank you.
Yes, thank you. She worked there, and I knew her, and she knew me. And I would go in and be served by her, and we would both pretend that we didn't know each other. It's just weird, isn't it?
'Cause it was
You know
easier.
someone. It's just like, yeah, let's just pretend I don't know your name, you don't know mine. And then we ended up going on a few dates, never went anywhere.
But no
which is better.
anger, no like, it's not like an old enemy where you're like...
No, it was just like...
Because everyone hates small talk, don't they? What are you doing? You're not asked, but you've got to ask.
What are you doing?
I broke the silence at one point. Like, I went, you're Heidi, aren't you? And she went, yeah, are you Adam? I was like, yeah. We had to just pretend that we hadn't known for the 3 years I was shopping in this place. Yeah, we went on a few dates in the end and then never went anywhere. She lives in Canada now. She's a citizen of Canada.
A citizen?
Yeah, she's got citizenship.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you get that? You have to marry someone or...
No, you think you just have to live there and then really want to stay. That's the citizenship
rules
test.
there, yeah.
You just apply for it. I don't know, what do you have to pass the Canadian test?
I don't think
Kill a bear!
the Canadian test is not as rigorous as some of the other places because
You want to live here, eh?
it's sort of like they've got loads of space.
Yeah. Australia's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Australia's big.
Yeah. But you can't live with everyone else. You've got to live over there.
In the
That's
desert.
the thing.
Yeah.
Canada can't say, we can't let you in, we haven't got room.
Yeah, there's
Do you know what I mean? We can say that here. It's fucking chocker sometimes, especially like Christmas Eve and that Liverpool One. It's fucking busy,
Yeah.
innit? Canada's version of Liverpool One, fucking massive and there's no one there.
Yeah. Greenland's pretty fucking...
There is a British citizenship test.
Yeah.
Do you want to see if you pass it?
Yeah?
Okay.
Do you reckon you pass it?
Too thick.
Okay, what was the last battle between Great Britain and France?
Right, okay, see, this is what annoys me about citizenship tests, right? You don't need to know that, do you? No one needs to know.
The Napoleonic Wars.
So it's Trafalgar, Waterloo, Hastings, Agincourt.
Waterloo.
Asian court.
I thought it was the Hastings one.
1066.
Yeah, I'm going to
No.
go with Hastings.
It's
No,
after
Waterloo's
1066.
like...
It was Waterloo.
Yeah.
Waterloo's the ABBA song, innit?
That's
That's
the
it,
one.
yeah. That was question 2.
Yeah.
It actually is. Favourite ABBA song?
Yeah. Waterloo.
What's your favourite train station in London? What's the other question, Carl?
Come on, you said it was there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the funny ones. There's some bollocks ones. Who is the head of the Church of England?
The Queen.
She isn't even a fucking option.
The Archbishop of Canterbury.
Oh, he's an option.
Desmond Tutu.
It's not. That's wrong. It's the Queen.
Desmond Tutu.
Is it
Oh, it's the Sorry, it's the monarch. Sorry, I didn't
Oh, Adam, lad.
Come on.
Go
Get
on,
me a
lad.
fucking visa, lad.
I'm getting deported here.
There's one. When is
Deported
Christmas?
from Canada.
When's Christmas Day?
When is Christmas Day?
Yeah,
The 25th of December.
correct.
Hey, if we're lucky this year, hey.
Might not get a Christmas.
Bit of fucking politics, lad.
Racial crime and smoking in public are examples of.
Racial crime and smoking in public.
Living in Middlesbrough.
Racial crime. Not racism. Just vaguely racial crime.
Crime and smoking in public are examples of
What are the options?
criminal or civil offences.
Civil.
They are civil.
Yeah. Because like,
Oh, not criminal.
Oh, really?
Smoking in public's not a criminal offence, is it?
Apparently it is in
Apparently
Canada.
it is. We're all shit citizens here.
We're not, because we don't fucking live in Canada.
What's the Scouse?
This is the UK.
Oh, the Scouse citizenship
What's the
test.
Scouse citizen?
What colour's your bin?
Can you
It just
say
stops there.
Can you say citizenship?
What's Purple Aki famous for?
Oh, feeling up muscles.
Bam.
Yeah.
You're in. You're halfway there.
Yeah.
That's it.
What colour's your bin, Stephen?
It's brown.
What's the official home of the Prime Minister?
Over here.
This has all been the UK.
Number 10 Downing Street, lads. Come on, that's
Oh,
a
is this
fucking-
our
knew that
test?
That's a tap in.
Oh, I thought you were giving us the Canadian one.
So why did you say the Queen then?
Because the Queen is the head of the fucking... You asked of the
Church of England.
In Canada.
You missed it. You missed a
Maybe
part
they've
of
got
it.
Church of England over there. We used to be involved. Oh, fuck that off.
What? The Empire,
Hang on,
no.
there's one more. What type of character was played by Charlie Chaplin? A superhero, a tramp, a bandit, or a scientific genius?
A bandit.
Tramp.
A tramp, was it?
Horse bandit.
You're gonna go back. You're gonna go arse bandit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bandit.
It was a
Silent
tramp.
woman.
Dan's the only Brit here.
Why is he wearing a suit then?
Yeah, we're not English.
I've walked past loads of them. They're not wearing suits.
Why are you all looking at me like I represent 1930s silent film homeless people? I think it's something to do with the Great Depression, actually.
We were discussing on last week's episode, like... 'cause they-
Brown bin. Fucking hell.
That's
Go on,
what-
sorry.
I remember being on a bus once in Liverpool, and these lads were bullying their mate because he had a brown bin, and I remember it distinctly because they kept going, "You've got a brown bin, maroon, maroon," for the whole journey. Because he lived in Sefton. Yeah. What would be on the Scouse test? Colours you bin.
Who's Purple Aki? What colour's your bin?
Who's Purple Aki?
Stephen French's nickname.
Yeah. What's Stephen French's nickname?
I don't know. I know he says rattle in the cage.
He
But that
does
much-
say that.
Do you know what
think you get
Stephen
half a
French's
point for
nickname
that.
is? The Devil.
That's half the point. The
Oh,
devil.
the devil, yeah.
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 Because he said he said on an episode of, was it Ross Kemp?
Danny Dyer.
He'd go up to people and he'd rob them with his like balaclava on, but then he didn't need it.
He robbed drug dealers.
Rob drug dealers and he'd take it off and go, "It's the devil. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah. Has he
That
been
was the-
shot, that guy?
It was his version of Kevin Webster.
Yeah. Hey, do you know the name of the two gangs that Ross Kemp interviewed in Ross Kemp on Gangs in Liverpool?
Oh, you told me this as well.
The Noggy Dogs.
Oh, nice.
Not
Close.
far off. Yeah.
No,
close
you give
enough.
him that.
Nogger Dogs. Yeah. What's the other one?
The Dovecot Darers.
Oh, yeah. They've got bad boys.
The Purple Bin Ackies.
The Dovey Doves. It's the Dovey Doves.
The Crocky
They all wear
Doves.
white.
It isn't the Dovey Doves.
It's the Dovey Doves. It's the Dovey
I
Doves.
can't even play
It's
like
not oh fucking hell.
They all wear white.
I nearly.
One of them turns up in cream. Fuck off.
that. Boys to men.
The Tocky Tulips.
Come on.
The Kenny Crackheads.
Yeah.
The Old Swan. Sausage
Horrible
dinners.
people. It's just the Crocky heads, isn't it?
It's the Crocky Crew.
Yeah, but it's not. No one ever calls them that.
They call themselves it.
It's the Crocky heads, isn't it?
The Crocky Heads.
They're all dead now, anyway.
Are they?
What'll be the Lancashire one?
Do you want a hot pot?
It'd be
Yes.
be so the Preston Pals. Fucking tragic.
No, what'll be the Lancashire test?
The Lancashire test.
Yeah.
Good question. Yeah. Something to do with how you say fucking. Do you say bap or barm cake? Some hack Twitter shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love a bit of that.
Maybe we should start doing that on the Have a Word account to get more interaction. Is this a barm cake?
Oh, it'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be really original and exciting.
Is this black and blue or white and gold?
Oh,
Remember that?
the dress.
Yes, yeah.
Well, it was white and gold, though, wasn't it?
To me, it was.
Black
I
and
never
blue.
saw black.
Sorry.
Really cutting to the fucking
Yeah.
heart of cutting edge.
What else?
Probably go viral, this bit.
What else happened in 2016?
I reckon that last 40 seconds might be the worst 40 seconds in Have a Word history.
Do worse.
You know, I know we've done this podcast so much that when we both look at each other with a certain look, in my head I'm like, we are in weird waters. Because if Adam looks at me and goes, where are we going? And I'm doing the same face back. Like, don't fucking know.
Joe, you talk about the driving experience the other week or last week.
Yeah.
Generally, when
I
you
love that he listens, you know.
Yeah,
when you dropped me off and you did a bit where you went through a car park as a shortcut, it was some of the best driving I've ever seen. I was really surprised. I thought, Adam, where's he got that from? But it's
Is he a
proper
good driver?
Yeah.
Because if you don't know what we're talking about, was it the Patreon episode?
What?
Was it
Yeah.
on the Patreon? What did you call yourself?
Colin McCrow. Don't let me near a helicopter.
Oh, and Adam thinks he's an amazing driver, but I just imagine there's a lot of rage involved in like road rage involved. But he was fine.
Here's
Was
the
he
thing.
dropping you off last time?
Here's the thing. I do get road rage. I do. But I just need to beep it out. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh,
And then
you
I'm
shout!
done.
Oh,
No.
you shout with the beat.
Yeah.
It's 10 times a journey.
Yeah. But then it's gone. Like once I've got it out, it's gone. Do it again. Right.
We need to get him a horn, don't we, for the podcast when he gets really wound up.
Carl, when Carl's behind the wheel, if someone cuts Carl up, he's genuinely still pissed off about it 3 days later. I get back in the car and he's like, do you remember that fucking guy on the M6 the other day? He's fucking raging.
I have to stop myself chasing people on the motorway.
So it was really funny. Me and him had a race home the other week. So we were both here.
At the speed limit.
Yeah. We were both here in our independent cars at the time. And for a while, whenever I drove here, I'd go one way home. And whenever he drove home, we'd go the other way because he thought the other way was quicker. And I was on the phone to him. And I went, lad, we're right next to each other on the fucking Runcorn Bridge, looking at each other like fucking Vin Diesel and Ludacris. Like,
Not Paul Walker.
He's dead, isn't he?
Grandad.
This one.
I went to him, right, you go your way, I'll go my way. I will see who gets home first. And he fucking missed the exit. He ended up in Speak.
I got to someone else's home first.
Fair play.
You don't drive. My wife was like, "Oh, right, so what's going on today?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're getting Stephen over."
Yeah.
She was like, "Why doesn't he drive?" And I was like, "That's a good question. Why?"
I do. Well, I passed my test, but then I tried to drive my girlfriend's car in Tesco car park, and I pressed the accelerator and the brake at the same time, and just had to jump into the passenger seat. And she has a dash cam as well. Oh, going to her dad. Let's watch it back.
Oh my god!
It's not for me now.
So you've gone through all the fucking
Passed,
you've
yeah.
provisional. You've passed.
Yeah,
You've had one botched job in a Tesco car park.
that's it.
That must be quite emasculating when you're in a relationship and she's like, "Come on,
Yeah.
we're gonna drive in a Tesco car park, night time.
Yeah.
All right, in first, check your mirrors."
I don't know what happened though. Just panic. That's me.
Was there anyone else in the car park at the time?
I think no one around though. So just the dash cam that got to see it.
So reputation still intact.
No, because my dad taught me to drive, and I was going up a hill once, right by my house, and I stalled going up the hill because I had to wait for a car to come down, even though I had right away, and I just kept stalling, and I just burst out crying and got in the passenger seat. He had to run round. I can't do it, Dad. Can't do it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I got stuck on a hill once in my Ford Fiesta. It was in Sheffield where
Sheffield's a fucking nightmare.
that story so funny. It was on a hill and I just couldn't get the car to fucking move. And Jade, my ex, was sat next to me and went, "Do you want me to go and do it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." I've never been more determined to get anything done. I genuinely would rather have broke my car.
Yeah.
And like wrote it off. I'd rather have reversed into a wall and seriously injured both of us.
I love male pride. I will crash this car backwards into that fucking primary school before I let you emasculate me. Right, come on, Adam, out you pop, and I'll take your dick and balls, and I'll keep them here.
Yeah, because that's it forever then, isn't it? Every time when like, that's the thing about relationships. Women love holding on to just getting one over on you. And every time we were at a party and drive and come up, well, do you know about the time we were in Sheffield and I had to go round and help him? Fuck you! I'd rather die.
They're not together anymore. I don't know if you can pick that up. It's brutal when you watch people be arsehole. I'm quite tolerant with learners.
Yeah.
You know, when I see people doing shit like that,
I've got the compassion for it.
I just empathise, because we've all been there. Like, as you start getting warm and you can feel the first bead of sweat, and you're like, don't stall a second time. Oh my God, I've stalled a second time. And you just check the mirrors, and there's just 18 angry cunts going, you're fucking stupid. You're like, no, I'm learning. So I'm very like, and then you get the guy who's like, fuck this, as if to prove a point.
I got undertook on one of my tests, like, and that's why I failed, because I was with the instructor and he went, right, at the next set of lights we're going to turn right. So I, like, about 200 yards before the light, moved into the right lane because to turn right at the fucking lights. And before we got to the lights, a fucking van from behind me went and undercut me and was like flicking the V's through the. And then when I failed, he went, you didn't get that many minors, but you did get that major because you forced another driver to undertake you, which is very dangerous. And I was like, no, I didn't. He went, you moved over too early. I was like, what, like 10 yards maybe? You fucking gobshite. Yeah. I had fucking murder. I'm sure I've told you this. But my second test, the woman fucking slammed on at the light. So I'm going through Tubrook in Liverpool.
Tubrook.
And there's a pedestrian, you know, like I press the button to wait, those type of lights. I don't know what they're called, where you press to wait and then it goes amber and then red.
Like a pedestrian crossing.
Pedestrian crossing. So we're coming towards
like
one of them.
He's never walked on a pavement before. Well, since I've been driving, I mainly drive everywhere. To the toilet, to the corner shop. What do you call it when the steppy people leg person walks across with the lights and the steppy walking man? A pedestrian crossing, you fucking lunatic.
I can imagine you on a swagway as well. Do you like Warwick Davis?
A swagway?
Yeah.
Not swagway. A Segway?
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Hell, Stephen. 25. Must be the cool one, eh? Embarrassing.
The old swaggers.
One of the swagger machines.
The Swagway's the floor one, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
All
It's got no handle.
I've got you, lad.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
One of them.
Love a Segway.
Oh, a Swagway.
I meant Segway.
But is that what they're called?
Yeah.
They're like they were called hoverboards for a bit, and there was a few videos of them just fucking exploding. Every time I see like Dad at Christmas breaks his hip on a fucking hoverboard, I'm like, good, you silly old tit. Mike Tyson's
scooters.
knocked himself out. Good.
Have you had to go with them?
No, but just
The
everywhere.
voice scooters. Yeah, they look good, them. Scooters you can get in Liverpool now, they're like £1 for like 3 minutes or something.
You can rent them.
Yeah, you just turn it on, off you go, and you can just leave it wherever you're bored. There you go, fuck off. And then you go on the app and you can find where people have left them and you just go and pick it up and you have a little go.
My mate had to do that with bikes in Salford. He was the guy that collected them. And they're just all in rivers or burnt. Broken. What do you expect, to be fair?
The first time you see a modern, futuristic-looking bike just propped up in Manchester City Centre, you're like, I give that 3 to 4 hours before it's been stripped for parts. Like, where should we put all these expensive pieces of equipment? You know, they'll just be left and then people can take them. Where should we put them? In all the poor cities in the north. Great idea. Who had that? Some cunt in London. Yeah. They'll just leave them and no one will steal them and cycle to Salford. What are we talking about? Cars, segways.
So we're coming towards these lights and someone had pressed the button and the lights went amber and the woman who was fucking inspecting me, examining me, she...
Get your eyes on the road, love.
What was it?
She fucking slammed on. She stopped us about 100 yards away from the lights and I went, what are you doing? And she went, You went.
Mate, can I just say, I haven't been involved in a lot of driving tests, but if you turn sideways and go, what are you doing? I reckon you're not passing that test.
I said that to her.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If you ever have to ask an the test lady, what the fuck are you doing, love? Don't you dare get that pen out.
Women
That's not even a fucking minor.
Someone in our school failed because when he was reversing, he said to the lady, am I good on your side?
Sorry, love. Sit back. I can't see anything for your tits.
And behind the fucking passenger seat.
What are you doing later, babe? The fucking early developer.
When she slammed on, it was like she had fucked up and she knew it as well. I could fucking tell by her eyes. She slammed on. Ow. I went, ow, for fuck's sake. I went, what are you doing? And she went, you weren't stopping. And I went, what do you mean I weren't stopping? There's still 100 yards to go. If you can stop the car here, I can definitely stop the car before the lights. And she went, no, I'm afraid you weren't stopping in time. And I went, have I fucking failed? Right? And she went, I'm afraid I can't tell you that on a main road. I went, right, okay. She went, take the next right.
But you might have an idea. Because she just screamed at me, have I fucking failed? You fucking rat.
So this has gone on the stream. She told me to take the next right and then pull over. And she went, yes. So to answer your question, I'm afraid you have failed today. So you've got two options now. You can either get out of the car here and we can call your instructor to come and collect us, or we can continue the test and you can see how you get on overall. And I went, can't we just drive back to the test centre? And she went, no, I'm afraid you're not insured to do that. So we either carry on the test or we get your instructor to come. Now I knew in my head that you don't have to take the directions they give you, and they can't. You know, if she goes at the end of the road, turn left, they can't even fail you if you turn right. You just go, oh, I got confused. So she just kept giving me instructions, and I just drove back to the test centre. So she was going, the road turn left, and I was like, oh, I've fucking turned right, haven't I? All the way back to the test centre, and she asked me to reverse park in one of the bays, and I just went straight in, and she went, I asked you to reverse park. And I said, I haven't been listening to you for 25 minutes. And John, our instructor, come over and he went, how have you got on? And I went, she's fucking failed me because she shit herself. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's the next one.
What t-shirt were you wearing? Tits inspector. Tits examiner. We're both in the industry, love.
Did you pass first time?
No, I failed my first test. And
I failed too, yeah.
I was on a roundabout and I think I stalled. And then she grabbed the handbrake because the lorry behind beeped. So I failed. And then she went, do you want to drive back to the test centre? I was like, I don't know. Don't really want to because she was getting a free lift at that point. I hated her. So I was like, yeah, just drove. But I was about 3 minutes away from passing. But admittedly, I didn't know how to set off on a slope. So
yeah,
it's for the best.
Fuck, if you just one hill and you've got a pass.
Yeah.
I love how those two different ways of dealing with the same thing. Do you want to drive back? Like, oh, all right, yeah. Just drove back. What did you do, Adam? Have I fucking failed here? Fucking knobhead. I could get a gun in 2 hours. Fucking Norwegian Pete will get a fucking phone call from me, lad. Amazing. Literally, that's like how everyone fails. So I just like, I'm gutted. Adam like, fuck off. I drove to IKEA, 12 miles away, but I saw Denny from fucking Sixth Form. Right, and can I tell you why you failed? Yeah, because you got a Calax, and that's not allowed on a test. You've got a multi-pack of dime bars.
I wonder to what degree you can take the piss. You know what that? Because that is a rule.
Once you've failed.
No, I mean,
start doing jumps.
If they tell you to
over
turn
like,
left and you turn right, that's not even a minor. Because you just go, oh, I just went the wrong way. That's not even a minor. Yeah. So could you go to a Mackey's drive-thru?
Hang on. You're saying yeah, and that gains authority to the statement. Are you sure that in an exam, if they go, can you take the next left and you take the second right, they can't be like, are you a fucking idiot?
They can say that, but
right.
They can't write it down.
As long as you do it safely, I think.
Yeah.
You can take your time as well, can't you? You can take 50 minutes to do your manoeuvre.
Yeah. If they get you to parallel park early on in the test, and the test can only last 50 minutes, you can take 48 minutes to parallel park. And they can't mark you down for it. So if they early on tell you to parallel park, if you just take nearly an hour to do it, they've then got to take you back to the test centre.
God.
There's loopholes. You just have to look for them.
Mm.
But can you go to a Mackey's drive-through? Can I go? I know you can't like eat while you're driving. You can once you've passed. Like,
imagine that. Listen, I don't know how this test is going, love, but do you want a McFlurry?
I've got a Froob in my pocket if you don't mind.
Connects his fucking Bluetooth, starts putting Jerry on and shit.
just pull up into Bay 1. You're just praying there, aren't you? If you've took a wrong turn into the drive-through, we're here, we might as well get something. Order like a fillet of fish that you know they take fucking 20 minutes to sort out. Get told to park up. After your test, still waiting for the fish burger.
Clever.
I think you'd fail.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
No one likes fillet of fish.
Why? What? Because there's only a finite number of things they can fail you on. What are you being failed
I
on?
think getting filet o fish, going the drive-through is definitely one of them.
Maybe. They might make you retake it, at least. Yeah.
Let's go again.
Yeah. That Lauren Patterson, I remembered her from, I did the Chortle Student Comedy Award. I did my heat in Leeds. She was there and I thought she was good.
Yeah.
Thought that twat who runs it was just a knobhead. Whoever he is.
Steve Bennett.
Steve Bennett.
Well, both of us are working in live comedy still, so we don't have the autonomy over I thought it was a knobhead, and I literally went, I think he's great.
just the judging the way they do it, they make their mind up before.
Oh yeah.
According to former winner Jamali Maddox, so.
What
he said that and then went on to win it.
Yeah.
You
Fam,
fucker.
this competition's bullshit, and I dedicate it. They're fucking rigged, these games. I just want to say thank you, Grandad.
I just come back from my heat, all depressed because I'd done shit, and I couldn't say him. And then Jamali was off on his way to like the Manchester one. And they know he's going to win it before it even starts, and then he went on to win it.
That looks like such a fucking dick swinging move, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They already know who's going to win, mate. Fucking big daddy dick.
Bullshit, these. I've won 5 of them.
I never done well in any comedy competition. Ever. I think I was too competitive.
Just booing the acts.
Yeah, but weren't you doing all of your... Yeah.
That's comedy.
Fucking winner. Just a winner t-shirt.
Bonus jokes. I've got the body of a god. Shame it's fucking Buddha, lad.
I drove here on my fucking driving test. I've won that. I've won this. Who wants a fillet of fish? I've got 5. Took them fucking ages. I was in Bay 2 for 28 minutes. Oh my God. Fucking competitions are bullshit. This is what I know of you. You were probably doing competitions on like your 2nd, 4th and 5th gig. Yeah, I'm in the semi-finals. How many gigs you done? 5.
No, I just... Even like a year in, I didn't know of a lot of the competitions until it was too late to enter them. It's like the big one you can do when you're new is So You Think You're Funny.
I did that, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about that competition existing until I was past the eligibility, because you have to be less than a year in to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like 2.5, 3 years in before someone was like, you done So You Think You're Funny? It's like, no, didn't know it was a thing. Laughing Horse didn't get out the heat.
I did the London London Heats of the BBC Comedy Award, and I said to, I think, Paul Carenza or Gary Delaney, who were in the semis with me, like, how many gigs have you done? And I'd honestly done 12.
Yeah.
He was like, done about 160, 170. I was like, okay, I should have fucking cooled my boosters a little bit. Yeah. But then if you go too far, you end up doing what you did and just not you're not allowed, are you? You're not eligible.
No, I did that with a few of them, and the few that I did enter, I never really got very far. I don't think I was what the industry wanted. Do you know what I mean?
White. What did you do all of them?
No, I did So You Think You're Funny, and I got to the finals of that, and then didn't place in the top 3. But Luca Capani won it. Me neither. Yeah.
Shout out Luca, he's on next week.
Not if immigration is about this.
Do you gig for Paul Haslam?
Haslam?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making him sound. I think he's just called Paul Haslam.
Yeah.
Haslam.
Do you gig
Have
for-
you heard of Haslam? Yeah. He's a nutter.
Yeah, he is a nutter. So
He's sound. Hi, Paul. Looking forward to being in Bury again.
he ran the Laughing Horse Comedian of the Year heat that I did, and I to this day I remember Kiri Pritchard McLean, who is a very good comedian, and she was in my heat, and she's so sort of sure of herself, Kiri, and always has been, very confident, knows what she wants, very driven,
Knows the game.
knows the game inside out.
She actually admitted it, that she learnt the game as she was starting out in London. She was like, well, why wouldn't you? It's the industry you work in. And I'm there like talking to her. I've been doing it 14 years. Like, yeah, that's a good idea. Where are you gigging this weekend? Wigan.
I remember him going, because he went round the room going, right, what's your name? So I'm like, Adam Rowe. He's like, good. And she went, Kiri Pritchard. And he went, no, that'll do. And she went, I'm having my fucking name. And he went, what was the last one?
Mate,
right in his
if
place.
any anecdote sums up Kiri, it's that one. Nah, that's enough name. She's literally, what, at the time, like
let's
25.
cunt someone off, actually. Do you know Paul Haslam's...
Not Kiri, for fuck's
No,
sake.
absolutely not. Do you know...
I want to live today.
Do you know Paul Haslam's like sort of, I think it's like his buddy, or they run a double. His name is Mick Taylor. You know that other Manchester comedy promoter? Do you know of him?
No, I just
He's
thought
an
it was a funny
absolute gobshite, right? Like, look how silent he's gone. Everyone hates him. He's a proper noncy, creepy, sex pest twat, right? Everyone thinks he's a prick.
How's Purple Aki got away with it? We all just breezed past Purple Aki.
Purple Aki's part of the citizenship test.
And he rang me once, Mick Taylor, to offer me a paid gig. This is the God's honest truth. He rang me out of the blue. Number come up and he went, all right, Adam, it's Mick Taylor. And I went, all right, oh yeah. Because I'd applied for like 2 of his gigs like 3 years before. This was about 4 years ago, maybe 5. So I was playing the clubs by this stage, like middle spots and whatever. He went, got a gig for you, paid. It's in, is it Ramsbottom where he runs one?
Yeah.
It's in Ramsbottom, which is like the other side of Manchester. It's in Ramsbottom.
The home of British comedy.
It was paid £5 via Bax. So he was paying me a £5 2 weeks after the gig. It's paid. It won't even cover the fucking bus.
Did you do it?
I did not do it, no.
Call it a tenner.
I was so pretentious with my gigs. Like, I wouldn't do a bad gig, or try not to. Like, I cherry picked. That's why I didn't work out with stand up.
What happened, Steve? Because you did all the comps, and then what? Did you just not get to paid level, or did you start doing paid work?
Started doing.
Did you
some,
just go, I just don't want to do it?
Yeah, I did jonglers. I was starting doing that. Yeah, you mentioned the place, the Doncaster Dome.
Yeah,
I did
the
that
Donny
one.
Dome.
Yeah,
Did you do jonglers?
yeah,
Fucking hell. Like, were they paying you?
yeah.
That is... How long did you do stand-up for?
I think this is why you quit then, isn't it?
See, to be
I did
doing...
Jonglers, the worst comedy.
To be doing the Doncaster Dome for jonglers 3 years in
Yeah,
is too soon.
yeah.
Like, they sunk jonglers, didn't they? Not that you weren't good, but for them to be putting acts with less than 3 years experience
but it's-
into the Donny fucking Dome, they were a pile of shite by the end, jonglers.
Yeah, they're very commercial sort of.
Yeah.
Let's get everyone in at 4 o'clock. Show starts at 9:15. It's £4 for 12 beers.
And you get a complimentary swimming ticket because there's the fucking swimming.
It was fucking grim.
What did you just do? Did you do a bit of it and go, I just don't? Did you not enjoy it? Or, I mean, I know Doncaster Dome for jonglers probably wasn't the dream gig.
No, I had some really good ones. I was doing the Comedy Store in London, like the 10-minute spot there, and then I had what's his name? Who runs it? Don
Ward.
Yeah. So I did a gig. I thought I was one of my best, and he takes me into his office and then just goes bam, 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 bam. What I need to work on. I was like, oh god. And then Kevin Bridges came in because he was doing something for This Morning the next day, and I just got to sit around the table with all the comedians. I didn't say a word. It was like me
Over by the bar.
Yeah. My dad was just sat at the bar waiting for us to go.
Not now, father.
And with some real men. And
That's such a new young comedian thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Kevin Bridges, one of the arguably the biggest star in UK comedy. I think he's the best in the UK personally. Don Ward, the father, one of the forefathers of British club comedy. He's there. He's just told you everything you've done wrong. Here's what you need to fix. If you want me to pay you some money, you sat there with circuit stalwarts who are like, here's what you need to do, kid. If you want to get into this game, do this, do this, do this. Let's have a beer. Do you want a beer? You're like, Dad, can I have a beer?
Yeah. Bridges, Ward, legends. And your dad going, come on, Stephen. I want to beat the traffic.
I can't believe you didn't invite your dad over for a drink.
But they literally said that at the end. They went, "Oh, is that your dad?" And I was like, "Yeah."
He's my driver.
See, I can't take my dad to meet comedians because he feels the need. My dad has got that problem that some audience members have, where because he is surrounded by a group of comedians, he feels the need to be funny.
Oh yeah.
So I'd never met Kevin Bridges, right? I met him once actually at the store years ago when I was doing like a 5 or a 10 minute set. And then about 18 months ago, he was doing the Empire in Liverpool, and Paul McCaffrey, good friend of ours who will eventually be on this podcast, he was opening for him. And McCaffrey knew that I idolised Bridges. And I'd text Paul saying I was going to the show. And afterwards he goes, we're going for a drink. We're just going to go back to his hotel bar. Do you want to come and meet us for a drink? And I was like, I'm with me dad and me and Carl. And who else was with us?
Alex and Steve were there, my mates.
They came after work, yeah. They were working in town. And you were like, do you want to come for a drink with Kevin Bridges? And we went to his hotel bar. And we were there till about 6 o'clock in the morning, just drinking.
He was doing magic tricks.
Yeah, he got a pack of cards. Like so the bar shut at 4, but he was like, "Yeah, I'll just give you a bit of money. Just keep bringing us some stuff over. Just look after us." And they were like, "Yeah, sound." It was fucking great. But my dad was such a yada. He just wouldn't like, "Hey, Kev, hey, listen, got this story about this." Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he's proud of you and excited.
Oh,
but
totally.
You're like, Dad, just play it fucking cool.
Well, Kevin Bridges, of all the sort of big, famous superstar acts I've met, he's the most normal.
Yeah.
He was just a normal Glaswegian lad. We arranged a game of footy for the next morning, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
He was like, we have a game of fucking togger while we're down.
Yeah. He called me Shagger, and it was the best moment of my life.
Nobody
went, want to be a Shagger? And I was like,
I fucking love a Glaswegian fucking Shagger, baby. Shagger.
it's the best.
Yeah. I can't take me that because he wouldn't stay by the bar. He'd have been straight over to
wandering
Don
over, yeah.
Ward. Hey, we're getting him on. I'll tell you, hey, listen to this one, right? 2 gay fellas walk into a bar, right? But that's okay. They're welcome.
edited to modernise it all. Two Asian lads.
Can I go for a quick wee? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely
You
can.
go for a wee. We'll have a break and we'll be back in a minute. What's happening, guys? Today's sponsor is beer52.com. They are the UK's #1 craft beer discovery club.
And they've teamed up with us to give our listeners a free case of beer.
That means you get 8 free beers, an award-winning beer magazine, and a tasty snack as your first free order.
And it's free. You pay nothing. You just pay the £5.95 postage and packaging.
You'll then be a member of their Craft Beer Discovery Club, and they send you a different theme of beers every month. Past themes have been the beers of Belgium, the beers of Korea, California, all over the world. Every month, a new theme, and they're always a belter.
You'll find craft beers that you'll never find on your own. And also, you can pause your membership at any time.
So do us a favour, support the podcast, support our sponsors, go to beer52.com/word. That's BEER52.com/WORD.
Every time you sign up, we get a little bit of money. So you get your free beers. There's a little bit of money to support the podcast. It's win-win. I'm a member. I love it.
Let's get back to the podcast. We'll go and get some beers. Pause it here. Go and get some beers.
B52.
We're back. We are back on the podcast. So, Stephen, do you ever get sent any gifts?
Wow.
Almost like we'd just chatted about it in the interval. We've just got sent some stuff by Pete Gaydon, who's an absolute ledge listener.
The Gaydon.
Yeah. And we're going to, we like idiots were like, wait until Christmas because he's wrapped them. So we were like, it must be for Christmas. And he's like, mate, have you opened them? You're like, okay. Have you got sent stuff?
So in a video recently, my address got leaked because the lad who made the video didn't cover it up. Yeah. But I was moving that week, so it was perfect timing, really. Not for my flatmates who still lived there. I was gone. Off to Spinningfields. Or any other area, in case people are watching.
I can see people are watching. I can see how these addresses get leaked, you know. And now I'm in Spinningfields. Flatmate. Oh, fuck.
So, but then a couple of weeks later, they got some chocolate vaginas addressed to me. But they ate
From
them.
one sender?
Yeah, just one sender. Yeah.
Sent multiple chocolate vaginas.
Yeah, 6 they got, I think. But I didn't taste them.
Do you reckon they were like just chocolate flavoured, or
Yeah, I think so.
had
Yeah.
they been enhanced
Okay.
with poom juice?
Yeah. I love that taste.
I do love the taste of poom.
That Thornton's.
Until
That Thornton's.
poom.
Me do love the taste of the poom juice. What the fuck?
It's like a battery, doesn't it?
What happened in
It
the
does taste
interval?
like a battery.
If a can of milk.
I do love the taste of it until I've come. And then I'm like, oh, horrible that. Do you know what I
There
mean?
you go. That's literally the visual embodiment of what my brain does 4 times a podcast.
Do you mean, so you go back down there? You mean?
No. So like, right, let's...
Oh, I get, yeah, you've finished and it's not sex anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like while I'm down there, I'm like, oh, let's boss this. And then the second I'm finished and you can still smell it on your muzzy, you're like, ugh, horrible.
The poom. It does taste like a battery though.
No, I love it all the time.
This is how he failed his second test.
Oh, it's past this.
No, I mean, no. You know what I mean. You agree with me because you know what I mean, and you wouldn't know what I mean if you didn't agree with
Isn't
me.
it just like when you come and then you
Exactly.
suddenly hate porn?
Exactly.
Yeah, when you have to put your phone in a different room because you're
Yeah.
like, I need to not look at that for a day and a half.
Stop
Yeah.
watching porn now.
Have you?
Thinking. 'Cause
Why?
I saw another podcast where they mentioned it, so I've gone a week now.
No,
What?
not November.
Yeah,
You all right?
yeah, I'm fine.
What'd you do?
How
I
long?
see clearly now.
Do you say it's been a week?
Yeah,
So you stopped a week ago.
yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a long term thing, or
I'm gonna aim for it to be.
What?
not very
You'll probably be
productive.
able to aim. What? At the fucking wall.
It trickles out.
Well, it's sometimes I'm thinking of the bullshit to say, and I feel like Stephen just gets a little jab at you, like, oh God, I'm trying to concentrate, and you're making me laugh. But I don't. What brought it on? The need to just. Surely you didn't watch one YouTube and be like, I'm done with porn. Has this been something in your head? Because honestly, I'm worried because I'm about to turn 40 next year,
Yeah.
and I'm a enthusiast.
Yeah.
And I wonder how far that's gonna. I just don't want to be a 70-year-old like Maureen in the old people's home, like at 85. The bloody broadband's gone off. I bet it has, you dirty bastard. I'm worried that I can't be doing it forever. What brought it on? The need for change.
I don't know. I just think that. I guess like people say it's bad for you. You're watching porn, or maybe it changes your perception of
yeah,
Pum juice.
society. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes I'm in a room surrounded by women, and I'm like, why is no one sucking me off?
Yeah.
Like every film I've watched recently, the man walks in the room and gets noshed off. Why isn't that? I know it's Asda and that, but why?
Yeah. I watch. Yeah. Sometimes when I have sex, I'm like, where are all the guys? It's boring, just me. Where are my homies?
Have you ever tried VR porn? With like your hat, not a hat on.
I don't want to. Your VR with the
VR headset,
mate.
yeah.
I don't. I've seen videos of people falling over doing VR. I don't want to fall over with my knob out. That's not a good look, is
Just
it?
sit down then.
Dislocate your dick because you were like, oh, the fucking vaginas are
See,
everywhere.
here's my worry with VR, right? Because you know, like in porn, right? The thing will be happening there, but then someone might walk in from the side. If you've got VR on, like,
Headphones
imagine
as well.
you just see like a rogue dick just coming round the corner. I reckon that'd distract me. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'd be looking like, oh, this is fucking great. This, yeah. Whoa, massive dick. You know, like
yeah.
You know, like when there's like a fly comes into your peripheral.
Yeah.
It'd be like that with dicks with VR, I think.
But then also because you've got that on, it's all right because you. But I think if you lived alone, it's fine. But if you've got roommates and you've got the VR headset and headphones, they could just knock on, walk in, and you'd be oblivious. Because my mate has one,
Yeah.
and this is 2 other people, and one of them's recently moved out, and I reckon they've just walked in, seen him, tugging away.
Yeah. Need privacy for VR.
But at least you. If
Can't
you
be
ever
using
been
VR
caught.
in a hostel.
Yeah. Fact. But at least with the VR, I mean, it's not good for them, but at least you don't know you've been caught.
That's true, yeah.
You're so in the zone. There's big fucking whale dicks coming from right and left. But,
yeah.
but like, it's worse just getting caught cracking one out when you're like, all right.
Have you been caught?
Yeah.
Who by?
Danny Mac when we lived together in Chester. And
Aw.
yeah, he just walked in. And I was like, I'd literally set up. I was in like in my office chair, laptop, and he walked in. He went, "Oh, sorry." And then I was like, "Well, I've got to face this one out." Went
finish?
downstairs, and he's like buttering crumpets, and I'm like, "All right, mate." He's like, "Yeah," not making eye contact. He was like, "Who are you Skyping?" I was like, I can't lie. I was like, I wasn't Skyping. I was wanking. He went, "I know, mate. I know you were." He was just trying to give me the out of being
weird
like,
how embarrassed
you must have been
everyone gets
Skyping
about wanking because we all do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
some more than others.
should just be like
Stephen.
You shouldn't even break a stride. Really, you should be like, "What are you doing? Like, get out! I'm busy."
Yeah.
Knock.
Did you finish then?
Yeah.
Not
immediately. Oh, Danny!
Hello, lad. Hey!
He's a good-looking lad. I didn't do Kevin Webster.
Hey! Get out! Not doing this for Sophie.
Hey.
Not doing this for Rosie.
You can crowbar that into
He's
fucking anything.
He's getting some fucking mileage out of this.
Yeah.
Best man speeches, fucking funerals. Adam, could you say a few words? Hey! I'm not doing a eulogy for Rosie.
You're really bad at it.
I am.
I can do it.
You put a request in, didn't you, a Carl, for me to do an impression?
Yeah.
What was it?
Robbie Williams feel.
Was there any particular reason?
Because you want to torture me.
The problem is that I've been watching this podcast a lot, and now it's sort of taken over my life. So I'm just listening to a song, and I'm like, I wonder if Adam could do this. So then I was
You know the answer's no, don't you? When
it's a tough song, yeah.
I just want to feel real love.
just bring it away.
I got too much life running through my veins, going away.
I think my dick's just found that extra 5%.
Inwards.
Yeah, it's disappeared for the winter.
Yeah.
It's a real cheesy, like, who is that?
That's not Robbie Williams.
That was good, that. Yeah, he's quite...
It's,
It's a tricky one to do.
Sorry, go on.
Have you got a favourite Robbie Williams song?
Ovs.
Angels.
Rock DJ.
Rock DJ.
I hate the
Bang.
video to that, though, because
Yeah.
he takes off his skin.
He does.
No need for that, Robert.
Smut.
Not my favourite artist.
I loved that there was two versions of that video. There was one that the music channel would play after 9 o'clock, which was that one.
Oh, yeah.
And there was another one they would play before 9 o'clock where they would continue the song playing, but they would just start the video again halfway through.
Oh, amazing.
I used to watch the music channel quite a lot.
Yeah. Back in the day, it was good.
Which
though.
one?
It was
Fox.
good, wasn't it? MTV.
Fox, yeah. Not MTV because that became less a music channel and more of like,
Shows.
My
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
yeah, Cribs. Cribs was sick,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Oh, we should do an extra video for Patreon where we do our Cribs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have a look
Give
at
your
my
address out as well.
Yours is a
Yeah, yeah.
shithole.
Shocky fan.
What?
Yours is a shithole.
Yeah. That'd be funny, won't it? All about the content.
You see Moby's that he did, which was fucking brilliant, and he was really like, wasn't even arsey about it. He was like, he got to the hallway and he was like, "This is my bookshelf, which I don't see a lot of on Cribs. This is where I keep my books.
Did you see Chris?
Never seen this before on Cribs," and I was like, "Okay."
Did you see Chris Pontius?
Who's Chris Pontius?
He's in Jackass. It was his car. He was living in a pickup truck, and he did a Cribs of his pickup truck.
So
Jesus.
Wow, short episode.
funny. See Ray Uvens.
Right, Oven. Who's right?
That is a
Uvens.
very, very niche.
Yeah. Anyone who got that will love it. And the 97.99% of people who didn't. There's like this Scouse lad who did a Scouse version of it. And like, he's in like a flat and talk stuff. And they ring the bell and he goes, "Go ahead, lad, fuck, I'll let you up in a minute, go ahead." And he takes him into his living room. It just looks like a weed. Then he's like, "Yeah, I had a fucking bird on there last night and the one on there. That's a fucking kick it out. Go ahead, fucking get out." He goes into his fridge and he goes, "Fucking bit of Lamborghini there from Knowsley. Must be somewhere in Spain."
Classic.
Go and check, right?
Ava.
MTV Crabs, he called it, didn't he?
Yes.
Ava
The
crab.
wit on that boy. He swapped a fucking bell.
400,000 Insta followers.
Got a question here for you.
Hey, Carl, come on. The voice of fucking reason.
Carl Westian. It's from Harry Robinson again. He
He used to be mine, and now he's fucked off to you two, so...
Oh, was he one of yours?
Wigging her in the bin. Enjoy that, Harry.
What? What? Have we nicked one of your boys?
No, he's still good.
Chocolate Vaginas to Have a Word, the podcast. The Heath Business Park, Runcorn, WA7 4QX.
Chocky fanny.
Chalky fanny.
Anyway, he's a fucking goat for questions. Like,
Yeah, it used to be
man.
for Stephen.
if you were taking part in a presidential election,
Yes.
because one just happened, what would your slogan and policies be, and who would your vice president be? Stephen, what would your slogan be?
Thanks for coming to me first.
Put the guest on the spot straight away.
I'd go for. I'd have to use my stage name, Tries, and go for.
Is that your slogan?
No,
Oh, that bit,
Tries.
Sonia, you tit. That's it. Stephen tries. I will.
Stephen succeeds, and then people love alliteration, so I've done well there. My vice president, who needs work?
I'd
No.
go with I'd go nostalgic, me. I'd go with like a female hip hop artist who's like Nelly Furtado.
Nice.
A female hip hop artist.
She was sort of
Nelly
R&B.
Furtado.
She was R&B.
Nelly Furtado. She'd be mine because like
What?
I'm a straight white man. You need to appeal.
I thought he'd
to
lost
other
his mind.
demographics.
No. I thought it through. Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado.
I'd go for Howard from Halifax then,
Oh.
because he looks the part.
He's got a suit. You
Yeah.
know he's got a suit.
He wears it. And he's just
People like him, don't they?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
likeable.
affable.
Howard.
Yeah.
Lovely word.
Do you know what I mean? You bring someone back from, like, you need nostalgia. Oh, I remember them. That was a happier. Everyone was happier back
Mr.
then.
Blobby.
Mr. Blobby. Mr. Motivator for you.
No, you don't always have to go. You don't, just because you're white, you don't have to go ethnic minority. Just because old Kamala Harris was the VP choice.
We're all about ticking boxes over here. Ballots.
You could go disabled or old.
Okay, who are you going for then? What old
Who's
disabled
literally in my head? I was like, check for old disabled people. Oh, Stephen Hawking.
He's dead, isn't he?
Ah,
That's the only one I know.
Fucking hell of an acceptance speech.
Stevie Wonder. He's disabled.
Yeah,
And he's old.
Oh.
Talented.
Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
amazing. I'll take Stevie Wonder.
Dan
please.
Nightingale, I will work Stevie Wonders for this country.
Oh, jeez.
And it'd
I know,
it'd
I
be
know.
Nightingale Wonders. Or Nightingale, like, that's your fucking...
Yeah.
And
And
Nightingale's a
it'd be Rowe
good surname.
Furtado.
I've known
Rowe Furtado, we are like birds, we'll only fly away.
And I know.
How can you come up with such gold and then such fucking? I will do the song "Fly Away."
Turn on the light in your hearts.
I don't know the
Turn on
reference.
the light.
No, I don't get that.
Nelly
Rub,
Furtado?
rub, rub. We're going,
Maneater,
turn
wasn't
on
she?
the light.
Yeah.
Turn on the
There you
light.
go.
Oh, banger.
What?
Maneater.
You could be tries something. That works, doesn't it? Think of like a noun for the second name or something, or like an action.
Tries governing.
Yeah.
Who's governing?
It
Mike
literally
governing.
sounds like a TV show. Stephen tries governing.
Another part of it. What would your policies be? So what would you shake up in this country?
So am I running for US election or
Oh, let's
UK?
say UK.
UK.
Yeah, but you
you want to get the youth vote, don't you?
What are you doing then?
Free uni.
Are you
But
paying for
then
that?
you
Yeah.
want the old vote as well, so double everyone's pension.
Right.
I don't really care for old people.
No, neither do I, but you need them to vote because they vote in bigger droves than young people. Everyone gets twice as much pension.
So why are you?
Everyone
why are
gets
you
free
making,
uni
Why are you making uni free?
so that people can get... Because do you want the youth vote?
Right.
Where are you getting the money from?
What?
Just turn to PMQs. Where are you getting the money from for that?
Yes.
Taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Tax people more?
simple answer, but probably taxes, isn't it?
Yeah.
From people in and around 40 years old
And
who are
stop
paying fucking
MPs
taxes.
getting... Like, MPs don't get expenses anymore. You get your dough. Fucking manage it better, you daft twat.
My policy would be
There you go. There's Adam coming out. Fucking hell, you got money, give us some, and fucking stop being a dickhead.
If you
don't
don't-
say pum juice on the. As long as you don't say pum juice
If
when
you
you're
don't
like
if
electioneering.
you don't indicate on the motorway, you get executed at the end of the motorway.
Oh yeah,
That would be my main policy. I execute people who don't indicate.
yeah, yeah. People who, yeah, that's great. That's back to the people who piss you off in real life.
People who don't indicate. Need
People who
execute.
throw shit out of bus windows and litter should have that litter glued on the face.
You get the
Pisses
bus.
me off. Yeah. It's been a while, Steve.
I can't think of what I hate.
I can't think of any situation now in which I would get a bus. I'm just done with buses.
Tour bus.
Oh,
There you go.
have a word tour bus.
I'd want a helicopter.
A hammer.
Tall helicopter.
The tour helicopter.
Yeah.
How big's the helicopter? Like a Chinook
A fucking, like a...
cargo one.
You can't shout Kobe in that though. Can you? No.
That's on the advert. Oh, Stephen, there's a reason why we pay for your Uber.
That's the episode there, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
You got any more stuff?
Yeah, I'll have one more question and then we'll do a
Would you
have a word.
rather?
I've just remembered why I left comedy actually.
Why?
Because you mentioned Danny McLaughlin. This isn't him. But he was at the gig, the last gig I did, I think. And I was like, oh, I can't be arsed with this. Because I was in the green room and he was there. And then there was a female comic. And
You were done.
And and there was a Canadian comic, I think. And I can't remember who it was. But he was just slagging like all the acts off when they were on. And I thought when I come back, he was dead nice to me, but I knew what he was probably saying. They were just talking about all these comedy clubs closing. I was like, oh, I'm going to be shit here if that's the case. So
Sean Collins! I bet you it was Sean Collins.
Rings a bell. But does he sit down?
Yes! It was Sean Collins. He's a prick and I hate him, and you can tell him I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was horrible. Sean Collins ruined
But
my
his shit house sliding out of you. He's a cock juggling thunder cunt and he can sit on both of these. One on this one on this one, jump off this, back on this.
I feel more comfortable doing Kobe jokes.
Twat.
So he made
Yeah.
you not carry on.
No, it's just that his vibe ruined it for me, and yeah, sort of ended my life really.
Mad.
But
Oh, I'm in a great mood now.
he gives a lot of talk, Sean.
Yeah.
Doesn't really deliver on stage either.
Ooh.
But I kept that to myself.
You're making, I'm getting a sweaty bubble. Why did you retire from the circuit, Dan? Fear.
You haven't said anything. Let's just point out, Dan does not have a problem with Sean Collins, and I wish he did, because I do. Gobshite.
Because when I
He tried to arrange a fight with me.
did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was when I was away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did you do?
No, it was just before you went. Not remember when we went out with Paul Smith? We were in
I do,
the
yeah,
Sefton.
I do.
We've spoke about this on a Patreon episode. Look how nervous he is.
Oh my God.
Oh, shall I tell a story?
Yeah.
Shall I tell a story? Shall I tell a story?
How many shots were in that costume?
Tell a story.
It's not even the lockdown lock-in.
Yeah, so he was slagging off hot water at one point, and someone grassed him up, and it wasn't me, but he assumed it was me, and I understand why he assumes it was me. And it wasn't. And then a lot of stuff out. There's an old Patreon episode where you can listen to the full version of this, but he got really drunk one night. He'd blocked me on everything, and then was tweeting going, I want to arrange a charity boxing match with Adam Rowe. And I was on a night out with him and Paul Smith, and we were crying, laughing like, look at this fucking sad old twat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to arrange a fight, and then the next day he apologised to someone else and told them to pass it on to me.
Shit house.
I'm so sorry.
To who? Who are you apologising for?
Come on, Dan.
Man, I'm scared of.
Are you scared of him?
Don't be scared of him.
Just get it going.
Can you get us one? Next 25 minutes.
Bazooka, get him a bazooka.
That was amazing. That of all the acts and of all the Canadian acts, you didn't even give a description,
Yeah.
and he got it first time.
Rowe Furtado.
Next question,
I'm like a
please.
shit house, I'll only fly away.
Fuck 'em.
I'll block you on everything, and then I'll slag it off.
Let's do
Pussy-o!
a would you rather before. So this is from Liam. So this is for all 3 years. Your careers skyrocket even more than they are now. Would you rather do Strictly Come Dancing or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Strictly Come Dancing. What a fuck.
You're fucking kidding.
I would rather dance with a fit beard than eat a kangaroo bollock. I don't feel like that is a controversial statement.
Do you get paid by the week on Strictly, or is it like one big fee up front,
I think you get one big fee.
and you could just tank in the first week?
Yeah.
Do they agree different fees for different people, these shows? They don't, like, some people are are doing it for 20 grand. Some
Yeah.
people are like,
Yeah,
you know, when Dennis Rodman was on
Big Brother.
Celebrity Big Brother, you're like, Dennis Rodman's not doing that for 15 grand, is
Vinnie
he?
Jones got like 200k to do that.
Right.
Also, with Strictly, you're only actually on screen, like, you know, doing a bit of rehearsal and doing your dance.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to come across as likeable and nice on that. You put me in a jungle with other people who I've got to share scram with for fucking 3 weeks and film every second of it. It's going to be very easy to make me look like a gobshite. Because if you're coming back and you're going, I just couldn't put it in my mouth, so we're all just eating beans tonight. Fuck off back to Hollyoaks, you stupid cunt. We're all starving now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would not look good on I'm a Celebrity.
But what if someone gave you a shit score on Strictly? What if someone gave you a shit score?
I'm not a great dancer. I can take that.
All right, okay, sorry.
What if Craig Revel Horwood's like, oh, you just look embarrassing out on the floor.
I'd be like, yeah, but you're wearing makeup and it doesn't even look convincing.
You do well, yeah.
Let's see you dance. Come on, get up. Fucking happy to sit there, aren't you? Going, oh, 7. You come and give us an 8 then. You fucking tit.
But you're worried you look bad on Amazon.
Yeah, but everyone hates him.
They do.
Yeah, so if I was a dickhead to him, I'd be like, everyone's like, oh, someone's finally put him in his place. Imagine if I was like that to Ant and Dech.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ant. They don't like him anymore, do they?
What would you rather do?
He can't drive.
I feel I'm a Celeb's more fun. But,
Yeah, as long as you're not in Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking shit. Because of COVID, we've got to be in North Wales.
Do you think you could come across well on I'm a Celeb? Because that, like, it's not really out of reach for you, is it? Big YouTube star. I imagine at some point, because YouTube's popularity.
They're doing it now, aren't they, with like Gogglebox? Like,
yeah.
we'll get a YouTuber on. The kids love YouTube.
But they could do that. In a year or two, they could go, look, we need a big YouTube guy. We're going to put them in. Because you are definitely more recognisable than half the faces on I'm a Celeb. They could totally put you in. And it wouldn't. Would you do it?
Audience.
Would you do it? If you were offered it now, would you take it?
Yeah. Although I've tweeted jokes about Ant, so I feel like that's going to stop me.
Yeah.
What are the jokes?
I'm not too... Oh, it was to do with when he went to rehab, and I made a joke about him saying, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. It's not how it works, Ant. You've got to laugh. You know.
I did a joke on my my stand-up special. It's called Club Comic, by the way. Go and check it out on YouTube. YouTube.com/Adam Rowe Comedy. Or just search YouTube, Adam Rowe Club Comic. It's very good. Closing in on 70,000 views. I did a joke about Ant McPartlin on that special. And I did a terrorism joke, which gets a big laugh. And then I do an Ant McPartlin joke, which gets a boo. And then I accost the audience for being fickle cunts.
Yeah.
You can't let me make a joke about the Quran and then tell me that Ant McPartlin is off limits, I'm afraid, okay? Either we joke about everything or we joke about nothing.
It is a funny double standard, isn't it, by an audience? Like, people die in terrorist attack. Oh, hey.
He's a national treasure.
Oh, come on.
Not
He was in.
But yeah, I'm doing Strictly Me. I reckon as well with a bit of training, I could.
No.
You don't reckon I could get quite far?
No.
I've got rhythm.
You haven't.
Yeah.
You'd be in the front row, though, Carl. Like, when they pan to the audience, you'd be there.
Oh, yeah, UB is +1.
I'd be disappointed. Just disgusted. Look at him.
Slimbering up.
Do you know when you have an old person on and they do really limited dance routines? Because they can't move.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like sat down.
They basically have a comedy Paralympic sort of like, look at him, he's fucking like Anne Widdecombe or the guy who's what?
Nothing.
Fuck you.
I reckon dance that moves, you know.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Can you dance?
I've got a little bit of flavour.
I knew it.
The White Hammer.
Thank
The
you.
White Hammer.
What did you say the other week? Like a fucking bee's wing?
Yeah, when your arse is going like a bee's wing when you're fucking going for it.
Shall we solve someone's problems?
Yeah.
I want a would you rather.
That was. Would you rather do Strictly or I'm a Celeb?
Oh, I want another one.
Okay. Would you rather have no dick or no mates?
So you lose you or lose me dick. You're gone. I'm keeping me dick.
Really?
Yeah. Do you think you're better than my dick?
No mates.
Yeah.
You've got a dick.
Still have colleagues though.
No.
That's not what it says.
Still have Sean Collins.
I will. Hi, Sean. I've got a would you rather for you, Adam. Question for Aaron. which is Adam. Would you rather, for the next 5 years, live with the squirrel bush troll from last week's episode without Wi-Fi, or everyone from Liverpool knows you voted Tory in the last election? So if you've not seen last week's episode, Adam had a
sexual
dalliance
encounter
with a lady
with an
bush troll.
absolute unit of a woman. I slept with her in a bush in Newcastle outside.
Slept with her sounds a little bit. We slept.
We made
together.
love. we made great
We
love.
danced the terrible dance of romance.
We barely snapped a twig.
It needs to be the last time this story's mentioned.
Does it? I'm
gives
about
me
to put the whole thing on Facebook.
Do you know like when a Vietnam veteran gets like a flashback because like a firework goes off?
PTSD.
Yeah. Ah! You ain't there. You don't know, right? She was.
Imagine if I was in the bush with you.
So yeah, I met a girl in a gay club. She was a girl, and we went outside. We got kicked out, so we went and fucked in a bush. That's the short version. Long version of the story is on the Lauren Patterson episode 93 of this podcast.
Or you get to 5 years in living with her. There's no Wi-Fi for some unknown twist.
Yeah.
Or everyone in Liverpool knows you voted Tory.
Horrible, innit?
It's gotta be Tory. You couldn't do 5 minutes without Wi-Fi no matter who was there.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll
Even Nelly Furtado!
Yeah, I'll vote. I'll have to, because I haven't voted Tory, but they think I have. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Scousebird Blog's not going to be happy.
No. Yeah. The absolute Gruffalo that I dealt with that night can't be fucking in my life for 5 years.
A Gruffalo?
Yeah.
What's a Gruffalo?
An absolute Pokemon looking
Fictional
woman.
monster.
She looked like a Blastoise.
Wow. The only time I've encountered a girl like that was at Creamfields. And I was walking away from Swedish House Mafia because I needed a wee. And I was just saying, excuse me, just getting through. This girl just wouldn't move, so I just had to blast through.
What?
I just had to barge her on the way.
Well, where everyone's on pills and having a nice time listening to dance music, you're like, move! YouTuber!
I just kept going, okay, excuse me. I was stood right in front of her saying, excuse me. And she was just looking at me like that. I was like,
So you bum rushed her?
They just fuck it
Scouse
out the way.
fridge.
Scouse fridge.
Smeg.
Smell, yeah. she smelled like it.
Oh!
Out the way, love. But yeah, she was sturdy.
Robust.
Get bollard, yeah.
I don't think there's a word a woman would less rather be called than sturdy.
Sturdy.
Like a centre half.
I think fridge.
Quarterback.
I think fridge might be up there. Freezing on top, cool down the bottom. Go on.
There's no name to this. Hi, Adam and Dave. I'm not sure if I'm being a miserable cunt, but a friend of my wife has moved across the road from us.
Is this a have a word, by the way?
Yes. Sorry.
It's time to have a word with Adam and Dan. It's time to have a word with Adam and Dan. Tell us all the problems you have with your friends. This is
on.
gonna be the whole podcast. Now it's just the final 10%.
I don't know why you dance.
Frigid.
Oh. You know what? It's going to be a real smooth edit there because we've got a great producer, but yeah, fuck that up, didn't you?
I can't believe you talked about it, you fucking
Can't believe I talked about what? When you kicked the wire out of the machine
Dance
and we
at the
nearly lost the
N-word.
whole episode. Can't believe I mentioned it. Fucking, I'm so sorry for mentioning it.
Doing the worst fucking dance I've ever done in my life.
That's how I dance in the club.
Strictly are shitting themselves.
You're drowning.
In pussy. Hello, Abdul, David, and Carla. Have a word with my best mate, Michael. Last year, he took his bird of 3 years to New York and proposed. He asked me to be best man, and we started planning the stag do.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago, he rings me and says he's not sure if he's made the right choice, but the wedding date has been set.
Oh, Jesus.
Deposits paid. Bride's family pay for it all as they are minted. I told him he needs to speak to his bear before it goes any further. This week, the bride's family paid another $5,000 towards the wedding, and he still hasn't said anything. The next day, my mate called me and then called it off eventually. He's now moved into my spare room because they've split up. She said he's been feeling like this for a while. I still think he's a bit of a cunt because he could have called it off before the money got spent because it's because it's non-refundable. So basically, he should have broke up with his missus. He never, and it's cost her family thousands of pounds.
Fuck, I thought you were going to say that he'd just still not done it and he'd married her.
I mean, he should have done it, and they paid him another 5 Gs, and he still didn't do it.
The thing is, though, if he's not going to see it anymore, why has he asked about how much money her family have spent? Doesn't matter, does it? They're gone. Fuck them. Like, bye, Felicia. I'm off. I'm bouncing.
If it's his decision, maybe he should be a bit more considerate.
I mean,
All that.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm joking. But I totally empathise with this guy because I totally understand how you can get yourself in a situation where things have gone too far and you should have fucking pulled out a while back.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. I've still got phone contracts from when I was like 17 that I'm still paying because I can't be arsed phoning and having that conversation.
Not the same, though.
It is.
No, not the same. Ringing your missus and a mum and a dad and sitting them down and breaking everyone's heart is not the same as ringing fucking 3.
I'm still with 3, actually. Vodafone.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's easy to be after the fact and like, you were a cunt, mate. You should have saved the dad 5G. But at least he fucking got there. At least it wasn't like, yeah, he doesn't love her and they've been married for 2 years. Like, that's the fucking worst, isn't it? Like, the money is one thing, but money will be, at least you've not got a stinking divorce. My least favourite thing is watching couples exist and you can tell they fucking hate each other. You'd literally give someone $5,000 just to have that relationship done. I hate watching couples that are unhappy.
It's
so at
easy.
least he did it.
It's easy, though, to, like, I want to empathise with the guy because I get it. It's easier to not have that conversation. It's a very common thing to go, what will make me happier in the next 3 minutes? Not having the conversation. It's hard to go, in 3 years, I'm going to be fucking miserable, so I need to call this now.
Hey, which, by the way, he did. Like, the guy did do that tricky conversation.
Eventually.
I mean, yeah.
I think, you know, it's very hard to do what he's done, and he's done it now.
What do you think,
reckon?
Stephen? He's the middle of November and he's still being empathetic. He hasn't had a wank for like 16 days. Like, no, I just think everyone...
Yeah, I get what he did. I think it'd be very tough to go to your girlfriend. Did he propose?
Yeah.
Yeah, he proposed in New York.
Proposed in New York as well. That's a big move that you've got to be sure. Like, proposing in fucking Asda or whatever is not as big of a deal as going to New York.
No, it is more of a big deal. It's more of a story, isn't it? It really is more of a story. Like, oh my God, he proposed in New York like every other dickhead. What, in the lift in Tiffany's? But but in Asda, that story will do the fucking rounds, you know, between friends, family, lad Bible. People will find out, won't they? Where did you
ring in with the fucking breaded chicken? No, I don't want that bag, babe. Get me a deeper one.
No. The bigger bag of dippers. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's an onion
How
ring.
did you propose?
How did I propose?
Yeah.
We lived in Leeds at the time.
Why is he nervous? I heard like a nervous laugh there.
I just laughed.
She got fucking pregnant. I had pum-pum juice everywhere. I thought, I'm not going to do no better. Her dad was paying 5 Gs and I've never turned down a fucking golden monkey. What's $5,000 in, like, you know, when they talk about monkeys and...
10 monkeys.
10 monkeys.
$5,000's 10 monkeys.
Well, a monkey's 500 quid, isn't it?
10 monkeys.
10 monkeys.
Yeah. No, it's called the monkey enclosure.
They got like an ape at that point.
Yeah. He spent a fucking...
He said a fucking orangutan.
Yeah.
I think, though...
Orangutan's 10 grand.
I think monkeys meant to be so you don't have to work it out. You're not meant to give them a maths problem, are you? 6.5 monkeys.
Yeah, when it starts becoming pointless because you're using more syllables. As 150 monkeys. I'm trying to buy your house.
3 lizards and a goldfish. Come on.
How much is that?
That's $5,000. Yeah.
Is that
3
$5,000?
lizards and a goldfish.
3 lizards. And a
So 3 lizards.
Look at a maths cunt. You call me English cunt.
Yeah.
You're trying to work it out, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
A goldfish could be $2,000. That helps you out there.
Right. A lizard is $1,000 and a goldfish is $2,000. You've got your numbers all off, mate.
Why is it not?
Goldfish can't be worth twice a lizard. What are we fuck? What the fuck?
We've just stopped that 40 seconds already.
Oh my God, I've never wanted to talk about Sean Collins more than just then. Anyway, Sean
How
Collins.
did you propose?
We just went to a restaurant with me, Laura, and her sister and her brother-in-law, and halfway through the meal, I got down on one knee, and she
You were
was
tying your shoelace, and she was like, "Are you proposing?" And you were like, "Sure, fuck it."
She was out of options, and romance in your 30s. TikTok, let's make children.
Serica thought I was proposing to her, in Iceland.
Oh,
So we were in the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. It was snowing. It was on her birthday. Floating around with a cocktail. It was like fucking, like, picture perfect. And she just turned to me slowly.
when why you still stood up, dickhead?
And she went, "Are you going to propose?" Because it was perfect. And I went, "No." She went, "Because I'd say no." Because we were like, we're only kids. Or we were about 24. Because we're not ready for marriage. You can't be arsed with that. We're going to get married soon. But she's like, "I'd say no." I was like, "We've been in the Blue Lagoon for like 6 hours. The ring would have to be up my arse." Because I've got swimming shorts on.
You could have it on one of your toes.
Get it on your dick. Serica, you're going to have to calm me down before you get this ring, love. I have been rock solid for 5.5 hours. If you want to get married, you're going to have to stop looking good in that bikini,
Either
kid.
you think she's got massive fingers, or you think he's got a tiny dick. It's one of the two.
Both.
How long have you been with your missus?
2 and a bit years.
Any plans?
Well, she said she wouldn't. She'd say no if I proposed.
Jesus Christ, guys, you've had a really bad run of luck here with women just turning around to you and go, "Stephen, I know we're about to sit down in the restaurant, but no. I'll have a garlic bread, please." Wow.
She does think of garlic. Yeah, sorry. That's a genuine problem in our relationship.
She stinks of garlic.
Yeah.
Does she like garlic, or is this just a natural?
Likes garlic. A family, I think her dad's Israeli, so maybe there's different flavours over there. God, I'm so fucking white, aren't I? They have different flavours.
I think Jewish people smell of garlic. Am I right? Is that right? Or was that vampires? I can't remember.
You wave it to ward off demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're
Nearly
just
said
vegetarian, actually. They like garlic as well. So, yeah, she... heavy breathing there. Anyway, so she stinks of garlic in the morning.
You need a wank. Go on, sorry. Thinking about garlic's getting you frisky. Oh, God, Pizza Hut. Go on.
Yeah, so she stinks of garlic, and I tell her. I just say, "Your breath smells like garlic," and she hits me for it. And I think there's nothing wrong with that, is there? If you tell someone they've got bad breath, you can't really do anything else. If I have bad breath, I want to know.
Yeah.
It is
True.
a difficult one, isn't it? I
have a
remember being
question.
on a flight in Italy with my dad when we went to watch the Italian Grand Prix,
Yeah.
and we got up really early because the bus to the track picked you up in the middle of this little Italian. Oh, it was so early, and he
Yeah.
had the worst dad breath I've
In Italy, though?
ever smelled. Yeah, and he just cappuccinos for breakfast, and it was just it was so bad.
Imagine
But
bumping
I
into Kevin Bridges.
couldn't have gone like, "Dad, you fucking stinks. Sort your life out." Like,
Yeah.
it's
Horrible
very
bad breath.
awkward.
Like
but it's an awkward conversation to have,
Can't
isn't
say
it?
it to your dad.
If a
No,
girl has
I
bad breath-
ducked out.
Well, Matty said, "Would you rather never be able to use toothpaste or toilet paper?"
That's a good question.
From
that.
Matthew.
I'd
Matty.
say
No, you've got to wipe your ass, haven't you?
I don't want to use
You can
toilet
still use
paper again.
mouthwash.
Oh, that's true.
On your ass?
There's nothing.
I do that now, I can't wank.
You can use a toothbrush for everything. Useful.
Yeah.
So never be able to clean your mouth or never be able to clean your ass.
Well, there's culture. No, you can clean your arse.
Just a different
You
thing.
just got to buy
Baby
what the
wipes,
French one.
box there. You just
A
got to wet
bidet.
arsehole.
A bidet.
That's my favourite thing about Japan was the toilet seats. I've mentioned it before.
What? Because they clean your arse
They have
for
a
you.
water gun on them.
They're heated. They've got sounds on them. They're automatic.
Why? Can you imagine if you got
Welcome to Japan.
pre-record it and it just
Shit
had a
in my mouth.
child's voice going, "Why, Carl? Why?"
Yeah, because other people in cubicles would wonder what was going on, wouldn't they? If that was the thing.
No, because it's not their fucking face.
It's time to
rodeo, is
have a
it? They know.
shit.
Imagine
Like,
if you
oh,
could
that's the
control
toilet.
the sound of the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, I really need a shit.
They didn't have
Don't
soundboards.
strain.
Disgusting!
That's
Should've
the
picked
one to go.
Should have picked that one.
So you'd rather be able to clean your mouth than your ass? Your
No,
ass?
my ass. Yeah.
My mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I'd rather clean my
I'm
mouth.
keeping toothpaste and I'll get a bidet.
Yeah.
Go
Can
on.
I join you
What
on
if,
that?
what if the question is, though, what would you rather be able to only clean your mouth or only clean your ass? So you've either got a shitty ass all the time or death breath.
Can I get a colostomy bag? Is that a thing? Is that where you just shit in a bag?
Yeah.
Is it attached to...
You get plumbed in.
Why do you,
you know there was a
look at
girl?
me like, "Dan, you must know about colostomy bags. You're nearly 40. Are you wearing one now? I know I'm old, but I'm not colostomy bag old."
Do you know there was a girl in my school who never had a
Stephen,
bumhole?
sure.
She had a what?
She never had a bumhole.
It's a
She had
lie.
to have one plumbed in.
How?
She was born with no bumhole. We've told this story before. Her name was...
No.
It's a true story. Got plumbed in. Whoop.
God.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Sean Collins? He's a really good comedian that I respect and
Yeah.
like working with.
Has he got no bumhole?
Manscaped.com.
I think it's just because we were talking about arseholes. And
Oh,
he was like,
nice.
Oh, jeez.
talking about arseholes who stink of shit and need to brush their teeth.
Shut the fuck up.
What was the question?
Which one? The original one was the.
I'll just
man-
give you some. I'll give you my girlfriend was my first proper girlfriend as well. I was old, 23.
When you got your first
22.
girlfriend?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
it is bad.
Were you smashing poom poom before that?
What the fuck's gone on with Boom Boom today?
Informer. I lick your pum pum down.
Nice.
And the man is in the... Go on. What?
But yeah, I was a loser.
This, in part,
We won an award today, Steve.
this
I know you
in
did.
part has been one of our best episodes. And there's been 3 or 4 times where everyone in the room has looked at each other and gone, someone do something. Like,
I struggled to come.
Steve has literally gone, I've got it. Several times. Our guest has gone, lads, I think you're having a joint aneurysm. I've been doing this a while. I think you've gone mental.
what were you saying?
Oh,
Your first missus at
first
23.
girlfriend is my girlfriend now, and in my head, when it comes to having sex, I was like, third date, you have to do it. On my third date was my birthday, and she'd been to Magaluf, and she got a bottle of absinthe, so I was just shot in that.
Oh,
And then next thing I remember, I was crawling to the bathroom floor, just throwing up. So I obviously didn't have sex that night, unless no. But then the fourth date, booked a hotel because I
Where?
lived at home with my mum, so I'm not. Gonna,
All right.
yeah.
All right. The
How you get Christine?
yeah. The locally booked hotel. Well, where should we go to? Round the corner.
It was a Motel 1, which is just
Sexy.
overpriced and shit.
Yeah, that's classic shagger hotel, innit?
Yeah.
Like, everyone in Motel 1 lives within 7 miles of Motel 1.
At different stages of the romantic, like first shag, first night out of the house since the divorce.
So anyway, we got down to it as the kids say, not that shag kids. And, make one thing clear.
If I can leave you with anything.
And I just took
It's
forever
your
to
hymen.
come.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I for 2 sentences to cross over like they did there.
So sorry.
Sorry.
That's what I said. When we clocked in at hour Jeremy, we played a DJ set on YouTube. Me.
Get your tits out, love, and spin this disc.
We're having a good time.
Are you ready?
Imagine if this is someone's first episode listening to this. I'll give this a try.
But yeah,
You put a
it was just
DJ set
painful,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then didn't even come.
Did you not come?
No,
That's
until the next morning.
What? Over your Cocoa Pops? Oh, God. I lasted ages there. 9.5 hours.
The next morning, yeah. And it just shot. Yeah, it was a mess.
Randomly.
No, sorry.
Oh.
Just woke up the next morning. All right,
You
yeah.
didn't have delayed jizz. Oh.
Yeah, it was terrible though. In terms of sexual. Yeah.
Was that your first time? Yeah, your first time's meant to be shit.
I was a loser then. That's what I'm saying, Cole.
How old were you?
27. No, I was 14.
Was you really?
Were you?
I was
Fucking shagger.
I was statutory raped.
What?
I had sex with a 16-year-old and I was a minor. So
They start them early in Preston, don't they?
Oh,
Get down there, kid. Get digging.
I'd have been working 3 years. Damn, you found a wife.
I got
Yeah, it wasn't
fucked
fun.
on the toilet in Heebie-Jeebies in Liverpool. That's where
I've been there, yeah.
yeah.
What
They've got
night?
There's a plaque now.
Do you recognise
There's a
each other?
plaque now. It says Adam Rowe lost his V. You can go and get a photo. Below the plaque. Yeah, I was dancing with a girl. No, I was with my mate, and he'd been seeing some girl, and this girl texted him, was like, I'm outside, come and see me, and he went, I'll be back in a minute, but I never had ID. So he's like, you stay here, because you might not get back in. And he left, and a girl came over to me and was like, hey, where's your mate gone? I was like, oh, outside, see. And she literally took me by the hand, took me to the toilet, pushed me on the toilet seat, pulled my pants down, fucked me, and left, and I've never seen her or spoken about her or to her since.
What the world needs now.
Yeah, I've never known her name,
is love.
and she took my virginity, and took is the right word.
Yeah.
How old are you?
17.
It's like being mugged, that. Didn't realise it's happening.
Yeah.
Are we three white lads talking about being like, we've been hurt sexually? Don't know what we're trying to do in 2020. Like, we're victims as well.
The worst part of that was, so the next day, and I'm 22 at this point, no, 23, I went for a wee, and my penis was a lot bigger, and I
That's what happened.
yeah.
The thing is, Stephen, you're only 25 now.
I know, but I thought,
It was a long time ago. I was 22, maybe 23. I remember the spring of 2018. God.
because it was swollen, obviously, from,
Swollen?
2 hours of just rubbing latex against the vagina. Oh, girl. And I thought it got bigger, and I was like getting flashbacks to men's toilets when I was a kid going, oh, it looks like this. I thought, I'm a man now. Now it's happened. Then it shrunk back to,
Flowered.
Oh, you thought that the first time you did it, it was like, pump!
and then you have a penis.
Yeah, have a white hammer.
You thought that's what happened?
Yeah.
It goes in a vagina, and something happens in there.
Yeah.
What, like a caterpillar?
Yeah.
Comes out a beautiful butterfly.
This is it, yeah.
That's a butterfly.
Yeah, it's a butterfly. Caterpillar.
Strictly cum dancing.
Butterfly.
Just like to share that story with people.
We're very glad that you did,
Get
and we
off my
will make
chest.
that the promo clip for the episode.
Yeah.
We'll send it to you.
Thank you.
You can use it. Share it. Send
Yeah.
it to your family.
Well, they know.
Mum, I know you've been wondering.
You're still a virgin,
I had a big dick for an hour and a half. There you go.
longer than your father.
I remember once my mum. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm going to tell this story. My mum made a joke that implied I've got a bigger dick than my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Had she seen it? Apart from
No.
when you were a kid? Oh.
So what happened was I was about 15, 16, something like that. And I went to her. So my dad's a size 7 shoe.
Size 7 dick.
So I went,
Nothing to compete with me, though.
and I just bought a pair of footy boots that were a 7.5. I'm an 8.5 now. Right.
So his penis is bigger.
But I went, hey mum, I've got fucking bigger feet than me dad. And she went, yeah, not surprised. Probably got something else bigger than him as well. Fucking hell. Yeah.
She's a fucking angel.
This mum.
Your mum was doing dick jokes. What a fucking childhood. Of course you have, Adam.
They're in a novelty t-shirt. Your dad's got a small cock.
I touch small cocks, I make bigger ones.
Oh.
God. Can we get that printed, please?
Yeah, of course.
I want a t-shirt with saying, I touch small dicks, but I make bigger ones. Hashtag gone too soon.
Could have been a great comedian.
We've done it 12 times now.
Yeah, you could. Mum.
But if you can hear me, I've got a bigger dick than you. Oh, Stephen
It's a good job
tries.
my dad doesn't know how to work the podcast
Yeah.
app, you know.
Good. Oh, let's hope Sean Collins doesn't.
I hope he does.
Oh, we get it. This has been an absolute pleasure. Stephen tries.
Yeah, man.
You look very relaxed with being on this podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I'm settled now. I'm ready to go.
Oh, should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add? Talk to any enemies. Maybe find the girl who fucking ripped your virginity from you.
If she's out there, by the way, if you do listen to this and you know it was you, can you please get in touch? Because I'd love to give her another go. I've got loads better.
I haven't.
He's hurt.
Stephen's either very funny or I feel sorry for him.
And you want to plug?
Children in Need. Great charity doing good work.
We are doing a lockdown lock-in. We're filming it tomorrow. It's going on patreon.com/haveawordpod on Friday the 20th of November. Me, Dan and Carl, who's going to sit on the couch for the first time ever. We're going to get hammered. It's going to be good. If you aren't already a Patreon, go and sign up. You get an extra episode every week. You get early access to these public ones. And you get the odd bonus, like a lockdown lock-in, discounts on merch, start at £3 a month.
Go and find Stephen on YouTube, the Stephen Tries podcast. Thanks so much for coming down, mate. It's been a wonderful load of nonsense, but it's been great.
I've got some homemade cheesecake for us now as well.
Nailed it.
That's what he calls it. Bueno. Kobe. Bueno. You want to say something, Carl?
No?
You just want cheesecake?
Yeah.
I just put his hand up for cheesecake. Bye, Felicia.